I always press the wrong button. I always do it. Hey everyone. How are you guys doing today? I'm actually having a better day than I did yesterday. Yesterday I thought I had COVID, and today I got my test results and they were negative. Yay! I don't have COVID, which is good. On the other hand, I still have my weird cough, so I will still be eating cough drops. I just took my cough syrup, and hopefully I won't annoy you with coughing during this stream, although it is getting worse, and it's a little worse than yesterday, so we'll have to see how my voice holds up during the stream. But I wanted to stream anyways. I wanted to play Sims. I wanted to continue with my Lallybroch build, which I'm really excited about because hopefully we finally actually finished the landscaping. I have been working on this build for 2 or 3 streams already, I think. It's time. It's time we get somewhere because it's been too long. I also had something very exciting come into the mail today. I wanted to show you guys. Let me see. So I've been looking into getting blue light filtered glasses because I have these, which are prescription glasses, and they're really nice and I really like wearing them. The thing is, I spend so much time at my computer these days, especially since I made it like my spare time occupation to do Twitch and YouTube. I've been sitting at my desk so much, and I started noticing that my eyes were getting super tired. I can still sleep. It's not like it's affecting my sleep yet, but I just feel it. I feel my eyes being tired, and I thought, why not get blue light filtered glasses? But I have relatively sensitive eyes, so I see that there is a discoloration in the glasses. Like, I see that it's yellow. And that drove me nuts because originally these glasses had blue light filtered glasses in them, and I could not wear them outside. Like, indoors behind my computer was totally fine, but if I went outside, it felt like I was wearing sunglasses. Didn't like it at all, like 0%. So I went back to the place where I got them. I was like, take them out. Please, please, please take out my blue light filter and put new glasses in. I don't even care if I have to pay for it, just take it out. But then I figured, why not get glasses that I only use at my PC, that have like prescription glasses with a blue light filter that I can just use while streaming, and then wear my other glasses outdoors whenever I'm going somewhere. So I have ordered a set of possible glasses that I could wear. We have this really great store in the Netherlands, which is called Charlie Temple. And one, they make insanely cheap glasses. Like you can get a pair of glasses for 30 euros. Prescription glasses, everything. I think for 40 euros you can even get prescription sunglasses. But they now have this service because they only have a web shop. They don't have... Hey, Helena, welcome in. Thank you for following. How are you doing? I hope you're having a great day. But we have this great store and you can order like dummy glasses. So I ordered these 4 dummy glasses to just test them out and see which ones fit my face the best. Hey! And I want to see if I can like make a choice and then order them with the blue filter and prescription glasses in it and everything. So I'm actually really excited. I tried them on. I haven't really figured out which one I like the most yet. I'm still on debate with myself. I'm waiting for my boyfriend to come home tonight so he can help me because I am a very indecisive person. Oh no. A lot of bureaucracy today. That sucks. That is frustrating. I know the problem. I worked in, I'm actually still working there. I work as a project manager in a pretty big IT company. And we used to be small when I started working there 4.5 years ago. We're not small anymore. So it's the bureaucracy. I struggle saying that word, I'm sorry, is sort of creeping in there as well. And from time to time, it's really frustrating. But glad to hear that you love the glasses. I'm very much still figuring out which one I like the most. I think there are two. I think I really like these. But they also make me look like I'm wearing like an old set of glasses from my granddad. So I'm not sure what to think of them, but I do like them a lot. I might actually order these as sunglasses because my sunglasses broke, and when I'm driving, I really need my glasses. And the other pair that I really like are the pink ones. They are very similar to what I already own, but I have the feeling that I like them. They look like wheel on your face. Thank you. I also really like these, but I also feel like they are pretty big. They have this retro 80s vibe. You like this one a lot? Okay. I also like this one a lot. I especially like the pink frame because it's similar to the glasses I already have. Like, wait, let me put them on. These are the glasses I already own. So these are also pretty big. They're just more square, and these new ones are way more round. But I think I like that. I like the 80s feel. The other two didn't look that good. Those were a bit off, but I really like these. Yeah, my other ones are a bit smaller. And I think I like that for going out and stuff. But I'm doubting. Like, these I really like, and then I really enjoy this one as well. But like I said, I might get these as sunglasses because these also have, I'm not sure if you can see it, but these are not made of plastic. So they slide off your nose less. And I really like that if you have sunglasses, because I get a very sweaty nose when it's warm, and I usually wear my sunglasses when it's warm. Hey, Hertz, how are you doing? Hope you're having a wonderful day again. I was just talking about, I ordered dummy glasses, and I've been trying to decide which one to get as either sunglasses or prescription glasses with blue light filters in it. But I ordered this entire box where I have 4, and the other 2 I can show you. I can actually show you. So this is the other one, which I think it looks pretty cool, but like they have the sides are a little bit like wavy. I don't know how to explain that. But I think this even looks more like I'm wearing my the old glasses of my granddad. They are very, very retro, and I like it, but it's maybe a little too much. And the other ones, I like the frame, but the color is just off. They're very yellow, and it doesn't suit my face at all. Like, not even a little. And I know that like I have a face that most glasses work, sort of. Like, none of them look super, super ugly, but it's a bit off, right? And it also has like the darker sides, and I also don't like that. So if they would have these in pink, they would be super similar to what I already have, and I would like them, but the color just doesn't make sense. My skin tone, it doesn't work with gold or anything. I have a symmetrical face, you think? I always feel like my face is super, super asymmetrical. I once tried to make myself in Sims, and obviously in Sims, all of your Sims have super, super symmetrical faces, and I couldn't figure out my own face, but I guess it's quite difficult to remake your own face because you always see yourself different than other people, but most glasses tend to work. The only glasses that really don't work are like very round or very small ones. Like Harry Potter glasses. Doesn't work on my face, like not even a little bit. But yeah, that's what I've been up to this morning. They came in around 10, so I've been trying on, putting them on, walking like past the mirror, seeing which one looks best. And I'm very excited to choose one. Not that I need to wear my glasses all the time, but it's nice to have them. It's nice to have them. So I think those really only work on very specific faces. Yes, totally. I don't think I've seen many people pull them off and actually look good. Okay, this is my cough starting. I really hope it's not gonna bug you guys too much today. I've had a cough, and actually I did a test for COVID yesterday. It turned out negative, so I just have a regular cold. But I will try to cough away from the microphone, and it gets really bad, I will mute my game. Or not my game, my microphone. But yay, it was negative. I'm so happy that it was negative. I got really stressed yesterday. Like, for some reason, all of this time, I think over the entire last year, I did 4 COVID tests. And the first 3, I genuinely wasn't worried that my that I had COVID. I just had some symptoms, like I had a sore throat or I had a runny nose, but never, all of this time, never I felt like I actually had COVID. But this time, this cough came out of nowhere. And I did go to the swimming pool, to an attraction park. Like, I did go outside a lot and see a lot of people. So I was like, this could very well be COVID. There have been times where I could have been infected. So I was very stressed about it. But it turns out, don't have COVID. Very happy about that. And then, yeah, my prescription glasses, well, dummy prescription glasses came in. So that made me very excited this morning. And I originally scheduled today to go live at 4, because that's like my regular time to go live. But I took the afternoon off because my work is incredibly quiet at the moment. We have a very big summer holiday dip. So everyone's away. All of my colleagues are either doing stuff in the Netherlands or they have gone on an actual holiday. And I just had nothing to do. Literally, I'm running 4 projects at the moment. Or 3.5 actually, and all of my project groups are on a holiday. So I have 0 people to have meetings with. So I did some work that was still like on the pile, stuff that needs to happen at some point when someone has time. Well, I was that someone that had time. So I did that this morning, and like yesterday, I just took the afternoon off, and I was like, why wait with streaming? If I just want to play Sims, why not just go live, hang out with you guys, and have fun? But that does mean that I might stop a little earlier than I usually do, because of my cough and because of my throat. I don't think I will manage. I did 4.5 hours yesterday, and my voice paid the price last night. I had to take a warm, long bath before my voice was anywhere close to feeling okay again. So I'm gonna do a little bit less. Just expectation management up front. But yeah, I'm gonna go into game. Let me see. I already started up my game, so there it is. I've been building Lallybroch Castle from Outlander. So if you've seen Outlander, you might recognize it. I hope you do. I've been really trying to make the outside as similar to the original castle as I could. What time is it there? For me right now, it is 2:15. I had to check my phone, which was sideways. So I looked like an idiot there. It's 2:15. So I will probably stream until like 6 or something, like until maybe 5:30, until dinner time. This is very, very strange. The terrain paint that was here was actually darker dirt. It wasn't the terrain paint that is there now. I am incredibly confused. This is so weird. And I know that last stream I spent an idiot amount of time fixing this terrain paint. So I'm not even sure if I want to do it all over again, but this just looks ugly. Hey Triz, welcome in. I wanted to thank you for following because you followed while I was offline, so I'm really happy you're here so I can thank you in person. Thank you for following yesterday. I really appreciate it. I hope you're having a wonderful day. How are you doing? How has your day been? Yeah, the terrain paint is so glitchy. It is crazy. I've actually had builds where it just entirely disappeared. I literally, like, I closed off my computer, next day came back, no train paint, just gone. Same with gallery builds. As soon as you upload it to the gallery, for some reason the train paint just disappears. But I'm going to see if there is any way that I can fix this without redoing the entire terrain paint. I might. I'm great. That's good to hear. I'm so happy. How about me? I'm also doing really well. I have a really weird cough, so I thought yesterday that I might have COVID, but I don't because I got a negative test result this morning. So my day started actually pretty great. I still have that weird cough, but aw, fellow streamers. I saw your streamer too. I actually checked out. That's a secret. I checked out your stream this morning. It's really nice. I really like it if there are more people that stream in chat. That's so nice. We can support each other. I hope I feel better too. It's actually, the weirdest thing is I don't feel sick at all. Like, apart from the cough, I'm feeling totally fine. I don't have a runny nose. I don't have a fever. I'm feeling perfectly well. It's just, I constantly have that feeling in the back of my throat. Do you know when you accidentally take a sip of water and it goes into your lungs, or at least it feels like it's going into your lungs? That's the feeling that's like constantly there. Like, I constantly have to cough. It's a nice community. It is. I really enjoy it. Okay. I'm seriously doubting if I'm going to redo the entire terrain paint because I just tried to paint over it. And to make it fit, I have to make it really dark. And then it's just not gonna look good. Yeah, I hope it goes away soon too. I've been taking cough syrup, like tons of it, and it tastes really gross. It has a licorice lemon flavor. I don't know who came up with the idea to make a licorice lemon flavored cough syrup, but I love licorice and I also love lemon, but the combination in a cough syrup is the worst. So I've been taking that. I've also been taking, so in case you see me eating them, I've been taking cough drops, which actually taste really bad with my lemonade, but I have to keep drinking, so I've just accepted that I'm taking stuff that tastes weird today. I also have a big bottle of tea with honey. I had it yesterday, worked really well on stream. And I've been taking a ton of vitamins, like a ton. I can always decide it later, right? Yeah, that is true. Although, I've been working on landscaping this build for ages. Like, as you can see, we used a ton of debug items here. Okay, I see where things got messed up now. Because this entire part had this terrain paint. So it just swapped. Honey is great. I know, right? I put honey on everything. I think it's a problem. I love honey in my tea. I love honey. Every morning I eat yogurt with fruit and granola, and I put honey on it. It's just, I love putting it in my dinner, like making Asian sauces with honey. Is like ginger and honey and soy sauce work really well together. So I'm a sucker for honey. I always buy like the big packages of honey and I go through them way too fast. Teacher talking. Good. Okay. So I fully trust your advice. What do you teach? I'm really curious to hear. Okay, I have decided. I'm just going to paint over it. I'm just going to do it. I'm going to fix it right away and then we can continue with the rest of the landscaping. Ooh, that color looks ugly in this time of day. See? That wasn't even that hard. The hardest part is fixing the paint on top. Well, it's anti-inflammatory, so you're good. Nice. You teach physics. Okay. I'm super unfamiliar, to be fair, with like English or / American school topics. So for me, physics can I can interpret it in two ways. It's either like workout class, if that makes sense, or like science stuff. Which one of the two is it? Because I'm not sure. Like, I've watched a ton of American TV shows, so I have definitely heard the term before. I'm just not 100% sure which of the two it is. Science stuff. Okay, good. Okay, good. Then I know what it is. Then I also know what I can reference it to in my head of subjects that I had in school. Like way, way back when I was still in high school. Which feels like ages ago, to be honest. I finished my studies already, like almost 5 years ago, which is crazy. Life happens so fast when you're adulting and stuff. It's insane. It's literally insane. You're a neuroscience physics PhD student and assistant teacher. That is really cool. Wow. So what are you doing your PhD on? Because, again, I know not so much about PhDs, but I know that it's some kind of research into something. I always feel so stupid when saying stuff like this, but I'm really interested in what you're doing your PhD on. Okay, so there's a little spot left here that I want to fix. It looks like I fixed the entire path, so now I have to do it with the lighter. Oh, I used this one. I didn't use this one. That explains why the color looks off to me. See, that looks way... Well, actually, I might do this one because I think I like it more. It's a little bit lighter. It really helps that I now know what I want to do with this path. Like before the other stream, I really didn't know what I wanted to do. So it took me ages to figure out what would look good. But now that I just know, it's not even that much work to fix it. I just really hope it doesn't reverse itself again later. You're studying computational models that mimic information transmission in the brain. Wow. That sounds really cool, actually. Okay, I do know a little bit about this, like teeny tiny bit. I got diagnosed with ADHD when I was about 12 years old. So I'm actually interested in the topic of how information gets transported in the brain, because in my brain, it's broken. Or at least that's what I understood when my psychologist told me when I was 12. What ADHD does to your brain. It's like it's missing certain hormones. I'm not sure if that's the right word, but in your brain to actually transfer the information to the right place at the right time. It sounds more cool than it is. I don't think so. I think it's pretty cool. I always think science things are pretty cool, though. I'm actually, in September, I will be going to a sort of live show thingy where they will be talking about the science of music. And for instance, why you get goosebumps when you listen to certain songs, or how your brain processes music, or why it may, for some people, certain music styles are calming, while others get a lot of stress from them. Like, I absolutely love minimal music, like Philip Glass and stuff, but my boyfriend hates it. He cannot stand to listen to it. He gets so nervous. And he has that with jazz. He loves jazz, especially the one where they improvise with all the instruments together. And I cannot listen to that. It makes me crazy. When that is. September 7th, I believe. From top of my head. I'm coping pretty well with my ADHD. I think I learned a lot about it when I was younger, which is totally helping me with dealing with it as an adult. I struggled with it way more when I when I was younger. I always tried to explain it to my parents as the feeling that there was like a messy room inside of my head where everything got stored until it got cleaned up, and it always took too long to clean up, and then I would feel stressed about that. But now that I'm an adult, I know that that messy room is also my creative space, and it's also what I sort of like about how my brain works. So I sort of turned it into what makes me me rather than something that is holding me back. But there are definitely days that it's holding me back. One of the things that I do a lot is I ramble. I can talk a lot, which is, for a streamer, it's a quality. Like, if you watch videos on how to become a streamer, they always say, learn how to talk to yourself, learn how to talk a lot, learn how to constantly talk while you're streaming. And I was like, I don't have to learn that. I already do that. I constantly ramble about everything. So that is where I'm sort of utilizing it as something good. But in my day-to-day life, especially in my work, it is sometimes difficult because I tend to over-explain. I tend to just not stop talking and just keep explaining stuff while the entire group is like looking at me like, okay, we already understand. Okay, you can stop talking now. So that's sometimes frustrating. It's a learning curve. I get better at it, but it's just more difficult than for other people who are used to doing it. Okay, and then I can use this terrain paint over here because these were the stables for the horses. It's super amazing, thank you. I'm actually really happy that I managed to get to a point where I see it as something that makes me me rather than something that's holding me back. Am I using CC? Yes, I am. I haven't used much, although this plate over here is custom content. I believe these candle holders are custom content. I know for sure that these two smaller ones are custom content. I was really struggling because this is a castle and officially the show takes place in the 1800s. I really wanted to make it sort of realistic to that time, so I don't want to use electricity. I only want to use stuff that they actually would have had in that time. That's kind of difficult if you're not using CC because The Sims, for some reason, doesn't have a lot of historical, accurate custom content. So, content. So I've been using CC. Okay, I didn't entirely fix it over here. Now I see this. Oh no. It's still, the old terrain paint is still shining through. Maybe I don't mind too much. Probably no one's going to notice. You only see it if you know. Yeah, that looks nice. Yeah, and the other day we made this like laundry part, and I really like the look of it. It looks kind of old and homemade, but there was a bra hanging on the line, and I was like, in that time, in the 18th century, they wouldn't have had bras, but okay. You have a CC pack that would fit this vibe? Oh, please let me know which one it is. I've been looking into getting CC that matches this era because I don't have any. Like, I have a ton of modern CC in my game, but not many historical CC things. So, oh, and this is sort of the dump side of everything that I found in debug that I really wanted to wanted to come say hi, but you have to get back to work. Meh. Welcome though. And you know what you can do? A small tip for people that don't hang out much on Twitch. If you put in the chat, or you don't even have to put it in the chat, but it's fun for me so I know, you can do !lurk, which means that you leave the stream open without actually like listening or because you're doing something else, but you're just leaving it open on your browser tab, which helps me because then I have viewers. And then if you do !lurk in the chat, then I know that you're lurking and you're not chatting, but I know that you're there, so you're there to support me in spirit. And you're actually relatively close, so I know that you're supporting me anyways. You'll be a lurker today. That's good to know. That's smart to have a dumpster of debug. The thing is, I actually have a mod called Organized Debug, which organizes all the debug items. So I usually don't even make a dump site of debug because it's quite easy to find if I have that mod. But in this case, I was looking for this one particular item that I really couldn't find, which eventually turned out to be super ugly when I found it, so I didn't use it. But it was this horse toy that I wanted to put in the stables over here. So we had some sort of decoy horse, but it was super ugly, so I didn't use it eventually. But that was what I was looking for. And then along the way, I decided if I'm going through it all, why not just take out all of the debug items I want to use anyways? And I was actually thinking of doing some sort of small pond/river thingy where we could use this bridge. But the thing is, I cannot make it smaller than this. Now that I say this, I realize that it doesn't go... I could use tool for that, right? Do I still have tool in my game? I do, right? I know that if you have organized debug, you're supposed to be able to use tool if you hold shift while clicking on an object. Right? Wait, I'm quickly going to look this up because I know that I have tool in my game. Tool with better build by Twisted Maxi. Mods. Let me share my screen so you guys can... you don't use mods, so you don't know how to help. That's totally fine, don't worry. This is what you get for accidentally clicking on accept cookies. I once checked out a website and it's everywhere now. I wanted to see better built by organized debug. And then if I download it, it should go to the Patreon. I know that there is a new version. I think I have this one. And then it says using tool. You can't find the pack, but you found a CC list. Oh, that's great. That's awesome. I think... wait, I have to give you a permit to send the link. But yesterday that didn't work for some reason. So I will check it out. If it doesn't work, if you're still not able to post the link here, then you can send me a whisper, because I checked that with someone else yesterday and the whisper works fine. But thank you so much for looking it up. Okay, I also see the 3 stars like yesterday. I have to look into this permission thingy. I think it's 2 streambots conflicting with each other for some reason. But if you know how to send me a whisper, it should work over there. And I really, really appreciate it. And if Helena wants this as well, maybe you can whisper her as well. And then I will look into fixing this weird issue, because you should totally be able to post the link. Thank you so much. I'm going to check it out right away. I'm actually really curious to see. Sims from the past. Oh wow, this is great. It is sorted by time period. Wow. I love people that are this organized. This is like... I'm embracing my inner Monica Geller right now. This is what makes me so incredibly happy. Oh, look at the dresses. This is so well suited for what I'm doing. Look at how cute this is. I don't even consider this hair to be only fitting for this time, though. I would definitely use this hair for all of my Sims. It's just too cute. This is so Max's Match as well. Like, I'm a total sucker for Max's Match CC. This is great. I love it. I'm so... Oh. Okay, I could look at this for hours and hours. I'm not going to do that to you guys on stream. Because then I will just stay here until I end stream and just constantly be downloading custom content. One Love Racer, thank you for following. Welcome in. How are you doing today? Hope you're having a wonderful day. I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful day. Okay, but let me see. Better built by as well. Okay. But how do I use it? The infamous one has arrived. I mean, what? You guys know each other? That is so fun. I love that when that happens. I guess you know each other from Twitch. I'm not sure. Maybe you know each other from real life. But welcome in. Thanks for hanging out with me. I really appreciate that. I've been trying to figure out how to use Tool while I use Better Built By. All of the awesome people congregate together. I totally butchered that word, by the way, but we do, don't we? We have a way of finding each other always. It'd be a stretch if I knew Triz IRL. True, on the other hand, my best friend stays in chat from time to time. Or actually, she joined first time yesterday and she's lurking right now. She has my stream open, but it happens, you know. It happens that people know each other and still also hang out on Twitch. Trish is a baddie and a real one. I actually checked out her stream this morning and I really enjoyed it. I think it wasn't live though. It was a VOD from the other day, but I really want to come hang sometime. Okay. Yes. Yes. But again, toggle to in build mode by pressing shift. Ah, okay. So I have to toggle it by pressing shift T. That makes total sense. I found it. Cool. Am I lying? I'll wait. Show the love for each other. You guys deserve it. I like it when people hype up other people. It's just, I think that is one thing I love most about streaming on Twitch is everyone is so incredibly supportive to one another. I know like a few weeks back, I was debating whether I should start streaming on Twitch or start streaming somewhere else. And to be honest, I have not regretted my decision to stream on Twitch for a single second. It has been so much fun and people are so incredibly welcoming and sweet, and I love the fact that I see other people hype up other people and that people find each other and they sort of hang out together in other people's chats, and I've been saying other people a lot in the last 5 sentences. It's just, I love it. I think it's so wholesome and I really appreciate everyone hanging out with me, and I really like hanging out with other people and finding other streamers to watch, and just, I really love it. I really enjoy it. Doing some very traditional English classic architecture. Yes. I'm building the castle, it's called Lallybroch from Outlander. It is an actual castle in Scotland. It is called Midhope Castle, I believe. So if you ever are interested in visiting this beautiful building, you actually can. But I have been trying to recreate it as it is used in the show Outlander. So I am trying to use what I read in the books and trying to use what I saw in the TV show and combine the two and then make this beautiful, beautiful house. I haven't even started on the inside yet, simply because the outside is, I want to make it as beautiful as possible. So that's what I've been working on. And I wanted to see if I could resize this thing, and therefore I wanted to use Tool, and I needed to figure out how to do that. But now that I know, I can use it and then scale. Oh, and sorry, I have an annoying cough, which I really hope is not too annoying for you guys. You totally agree, Triz? Right? It's just the best community. And I don't think you'll find it anywhere else. You need to start on your bureaucracy. I'll be lurking. Thank you so much for the lurk. I really, really appreciate it. And good luck. Good luck. You got this. You can do it. I believe in you. And if you ever need some mental support in between and you're just frustrated, you're welcome to come back and just vent a little and then continue. So I wish you luck. Yeah, right. That is so true. That is so true. The English had a pretty great way of designing their castles. How can we keep the poor out? Yeah. Yeah. The thing is, I don't know much about English history. Well, my boyfriend is an historian, so I should know more about general history stuff, but I don't know why, but I tend to like sort of phase out when he starts talking about history too much. But watching Outlander and like for the first time actually diving into a show that is set in another time in history rather than the future, because I usually watch like sci-fi stuff and things. Those are usually set in the future. I learned so much about English history, just like history in general, but also English history, and then later on American history. It's crazy. You have to get to class. Hope I can watch your streaming later. Oh, thank you. Really appreciate it. Good luck in class. I hope you come hang out later, and I will see if I can check out your stream soon. Really excited for that as well. Bye. Until next time, Triz. You guys are so cute. I really like it if people in chat are being nice to each other. It's like, you guys make me so happy. But yeah, the brick walls and the stone constructions are really made for that. Let me guess, you know a lot about architecture and buildings. Although I must say that is like the one common area of interest that my boyfriend and I have, is he is super much into history and I am a sucker for architecture, landscaping, cityscaping. I guess that's why I love building in The Sims so much as well. So what we love to do together is visit monumental buildings or castles when we go on holiday, or actually we're going to visit one of the castles here in the Netherlands next week because we've never seen it. And that's actually one thing that we can do together, because he can talk about like the historical function of a building and all of the stories around like the time and what happened. And I can be the one say like, hey, they did this or this for this reason, that you know that they built stairs in this way, so that, etc. So that's like our one common area of interest. You have a 4-year degree, or your 4-year degree is in environmentally efficient and sustainable construction practices, and your 2-year degree is in architectural theory. Okay. I'm a teeny tiny bit jealous of you, to be fair. I would have loved to study that. Like, for realsies. That is so cool. I think it's one of my few regrets. I don't regret studying what I did. I studied facility management, and we had a bunch of classes on real estate, on architecture, on sustainability. So the topics definitely were talked about, and it's definitely something that was integrated in my studies. So I don't necessarily regret choosing the studies that I did, but in hindsight, I would have loved to study architecture. I think, especially like city planning, I don't know the correct term for that right now, but is something that interests me a lot. And I wish I studied it, especially sustainable city design. I think I live in a city where they are very, very aware and working on being sustainable. We have a lot of rooftop gardens. We actually, at some point, our city had the most rooftop garden space in the whole of Europe, which was pretty cool. And I think it's just such an interesting topic. I wish I did more with it. Or actually, I could have studied it. But there are a ton of other things that I wish I studied. I also wish I studied filmmaking, which I also didn't do. So I just have 1,000,001 interests and I cannot choose which to focus on. The whole brick house construction came from the poor people can't set our walls on fire, but they can set our house on fire. We should probably change that. City planning is a good way to say it. Yeah. The proper term is urbanism. Okay. And your town is adopting new urbanism. Yes, I think that makes total sense. Yeah, I know actually the story of that, where a lot of like a time period where they switched to brick because like castle walls and stuff were set on fire so often. Because everything was made of wood and hay, or that's not, I think it's the other one, but I don't know the English word for that. Straw. That's the right word. Straw. They are very similar in my opinion, but one can be eaten by animals and the other one is used for isolation in older houses and stuff. And for hats. Straw hats. That's how I remembered the term, to be honest. Okay, but I wanted to scale this down. And if I do 1.25, it's gonna be very, very small. Okay, so that's too small. Maybe do it 2. Okay, then it gets really big. Okay, so I want to do it half. That's a little bit too small still. 75. That is actually pretty good. Okay. And then I have to toggle it off again. Nice. Because this is actually... Oh no, it's still toggled on. See? I think I have to toggle it. Okay. Now it should be fine. Yeah, cool. What do you plan to do with when you finish your studies? Like, what would you love to do with all of your knowledge and expertise? Okay, I might keep that one just in the pond. I might work on that pond that I've been talking about right now. So this is the part where my build I'm just interpreting as I go, because there are no pictures or video footage of this side of the castle. And in the books, they just simply say that there are animals living on the farm or living on the castle grounds, and that they have some sort of place, because somewhere along the lines in the book and in the show as well, Claire advises Jenny to plant potatoes because there will be, I don't remember exactly what happens, but there will be this time where all of their original crops won't grow, and she knows that because she's from the future. So she advises Jenny, plant potatoes. They will grow really well and they will make you a good profit later on, and you will have something to eat when everyone else is hungry. So I know that I will have to make some sort of field for crops, and I thought I might do that here because then you can also walk into the crop field over here. Then do like the pond, maybe do small graveyard because that's also part of the show over here. Currently, I'm designing efficient and sustainable electrical systems for houses over here in the US, but I'd like to move into working for myself, designing efficient and sustainable houses. That is so cool. Like, legit, that is so cool. I'm really, really impressed by that. Like, what is the one thing that you would say is super necessary for a sustainable home? Hey, Dynamic Echoes. Welcome in. How are you doing? How's your day today? Thanks for coming to hang out again. Long stream? Well, yesterday my throat and my cough got really bad in the evening because I streamed for 4.5 hours and my throat really didn't like that. So today I was thinking more like 3 to 3.5 hours. So until like 5:30 my time. But still for a longer while. I've only been live for 50 minutes, so plenty of time to take a nap and then come back if you want to take a nap again. You can relate. Have you had issues? Like, have you had throat ache as well? Or is it just something that you know if you talk a lot that you get that problem? I remember to mute my mic when I had to cough. I'm so proud of myself. Oh, you can't even do it for 1 hour. It's actually, my voice has been getting used to it. But that's also because I'm an excessive talker in general. I just talk way too much. So my voice is used to talking a lot. But doing it for 4 hours straight yesterday with having a cough, my throat was like, no. What did you do? So after stream, I literally had to take a long hot bath and like inhale all the steamy and oils. So my throat would get a little better. That's tough to say, but if you were to pin me down, don't worry, I won't, but, and say one thing, I'd have to say 2. Solar panels and gray water reclamation. Okay, I know the solar panels. Like, I know what they are. And that makes total sense. That makes total sense. But what is gray water reclamation? because I'm actually very curious to learn about more ways of having a sustainable house. I live in the Netherlands and all of our houses are already considered pretty sustainable, especially the newer ones. They have very good isolation, so I don't have to turn up the heater very high in winter times and stuff. But I still want to learn more about how I can be more sustainable. Greywater reclamation is collecting rain, reclaiming it, and using it to flush your toilets and wash your dishes. That's great. That's great. Like, I'm not sure how I would feel to wash my dishes with it. But flushing my toilet, I totally wouldn't mind. But like washing your dishes without first like filtering it, or would you have some sort of filter in that would filter out like the worst? Okay, so you have the filter. Okay, that makes total sense. Dynamic Echoes, you streamed for 4 hours and well, you didn't have a voice anymore after, or was it real bad? Okay, so that's the reclaiming part. Okay, I get it now. Makes total sense. We, my mom, actually, when I still lived at home, my mom had this big container thingy that she would use to catch the rainwater. And then there was a small tap on the bottom that she could fill. Sometimes I'm really at loss of English words. I know that. Let me quickly look it up. Translate. I do this with colleagues all the time. I'm trying to explain something to them and I have to. Watering can. That's the word I was looking for. She uses it to fill her watering can to water the plants. And yes, a rain barrel. That's exactly barrel. That's the word I was looking for. Thank you. Today is bad. I have bad brain days where for some reason my brain just forgets words. I don't know what that is, but it happens. The other day I had this whole conversation with one of my colleagues about zucchinis. And in Dutch, they're called a courgette. And in UK English, they're also called courgettes. So I kept forgetting the word zucchini. And at some point she was like, you know, you can't just say courgette, right? Because she lived in London, so she's UK English. And she was like, you know, I understand the word courgette, right? You know that is UK English. And I was like, oh, really? Because I kept forgetting the word zucchini. Like, I forgot it in an hour talk like 3 times, which was kind of embarrassing. Also funny. But that's what you get for speaking a lot of English while it's not your native language. Okay, so let's make some sort of pond over here. And then I thought of doing, when I was at my first architecture firm, I was the consultant for sustainable and efficient part design. That's so cool. Legit, I think you're one of the coolest persons I've met. That is such a cool job. I think sustainability is such an important topic, and I always think that it's great when people make their job and they're living out of it. You were able to incorporate a solar array that would change electronics in the event of a hurricane or natural disaster. Wow. That is so cool. That is genuinely so cool. Oh no. I love that. That is so cool. Especially in the US, because there are quite a lot of hurricanes and like natural disasters and stuff. To be fair, we don't have them where I live. Like, I can pretend, but we don't. I think the worst thing we have was a small earth shift all the way up north in our country, because people were taking out too much gas from the earth. So it's sort of flattened on its own, and we had an earth shift. But that's basically the worst we've had. And we had floods recently in the south of the country, but those weren't nearly as bad as they were in Germany. So I feel sad or like bad for saying that we had bad floods, but we did. Like, a lot of people lost their house, so it was quite bad. But that's like the biggest threat to our country is water. And you had a gray water reclamation system to allow the tenants to do what I said above. Ground floor has a restaurant and washes their dishes every time. That is, especially for a restaurant, that's so genius. They have a ton of dishes, so it makes total sense to make that sustainable. You fought with a contractor almost every time he worked on something I designed. Yeah. To be fair, contractors are not ready. Or ready, not necessarily, but most of them are not really there yet when it comes to making sustainable things. I noticed this as well. The company I work for, the IT company, my first project there was actually redesigning their office space. And then I had the pleasure, literally the pleasure, of coordinating the move to the new office. And we tried to make the new office sustainable as well and try to incorporate like natural reused materials as far as we could. But it was such a struggle with the contractor to get him to actually do all of those things and take the extra time to figure stuff out. It was really, really frustrating. But in the end, we managed to use a ton of recycled wood and we isolated the building very well. We have a rooftop garden with a lot of plants that we also have solar panels. So we did a ton that it was like the plants that have flowers that attract bees and stuff. So it was pretty cool. It was genuinely one of the coolest projects I work on. Other Lowit, there, that's right. I'm not sure if it's my brain that doesn't understand what it says or if there is a typo that makes it difficult to understand. But I have no idea what you're saying, Dynamic Echoes. I'm really trying. Other lost there, that's right. My brain's there. I'm caught up. Thank you. Sorry you're eating. That's okay, don't worry. It's also my brain not working today. Enjoy your food then, by the way. But yeah, voice lost. Totally get that. By the way, I'm a little bit white. As in, literally, my camera is a little bit light. That fixed it. With some argument, heavy-handed pushes from the owner because money involved. Yeah, that's usually the case, right? We were able to convince the contractor to build some balconies out of leftover material. That's so cool. I love that. I love when you have like not as much waste. I think that's great. Okay, I think I will have to lower this again. I'm not sure though. Will my Sims be able to walk over this, or are they constantly going to walk all the way around? Well, I wasn't actually planning on playing in this house anyways. But now that I'm thinking of it, might be fun to do some sort of historical legacy challenge at some point. But then I wouldn't start them off in the biggest castle. This would be something that they could move to later on. I think I'm gonna do it with tool again. Select this one and then move. No, I need to use the elevate. I'm still figuring out tool very, very much. The contractor wanted to scrap it so he could earn extra money. Yeah, don't blame him for trying, but don't... Yes, don't bite the hands feeding you. That is so true. We actually have a very weird saying for that in Dutch. And I have had the most fun in the last year working with a lot of international colleagues trying to translate some of our sayings. And it is, don't look a given horse in the mouth. It's exactly that. But then very, very weird. So in case you ever want to... you say that in the US too? You say don't look a given horse in the mouth? No way! I've only had people shaming me for translating that expression. No way. Okay, so the people who shamed me for this obviously don't have knowledge of the English language. Or American English. It is kind of a weird saying, though. But we have a ton of weird sayings. There's actually a whole Facebook page dedicated to faulty translations of Dutch sayings to English. And it's really, really funny. It's really funny. We have some very, very weird expressions. And the best thing is, we have a board of directors for our company that have to do all the international presentations. And they, I'm not kidding, kind of suck at English because they're both Dutch. And a lot of people do that. They translate Dutch expressions to English in a way that is not nearly correct. But I have one director who even makes up English words that don't exist to translate certain expressions. But the best one was about 2 years ago. We had this yearly or annual meeting. And that's usually a meeting where everyone from the entire company comes over to the Netherlands and they stay for a week in the Netherlands. And then we have all of these international sessions and meetings. And he kicked it off. Like, it was the kickoff meeting. Everyone was there, about 800 people. And he said, because it was a translation of a Dutch expression, he said, we need to spread our semen. And I remember looking over to one of my UK colleagues, and I don't think I've ever seen someone that shocked. Like, what the guy meant to say was that we should spread our knowledge, expertise, and make ambassadors out of our customers. That's basically, like, summarized what that expression means. But it was so weird. So weird. And all of the international people were like, what did he just say? Did he really, really just say we need to spread our semen? And he did. And it was very, very awkward. And all of the Dutchies were even like, what are you talking about, dude? This is so weird. So yeah, that was a great moment in history. It's actually, if you talk about it to international colleagues, they still remember. It's 2 years ago and everyone still goes like, oh yeah, that one moment where he was like, It's just, we're never gonna forget that. You gave a friend some hockey tickets to a game the other night. When I asked her about how she liked the game, she said, the seats sucked. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. Did you pay for those tickets? No, shut your mouth. That is a thing, though. I noticed that with, like, many people do that. And I don't think they do that intentionally, but it's just very ungrateful. If someone gives you something, the least you can do is say thank you. And then move on with your life. And if the seat wasn't comfortable, then just keep that to yourself. Someone gave you a gift. Be nice. Okay. Decimals are accepted. I think... What if I do -5? Oopsie. Okay. -1.2. Will it come back up? No. I just lost the bridge. It just went into the ground. I'm Polish and had a Polish customer once. There's a Polish saying that roughly translates to you plow with a horse and not a pig. Basically, work smart, not hard. Yeah. Well, this customer said in very broken English, I'm not plowing with a pig. I love it when people... I think it's one of the most difficult layers of a language to learn well. Like, you can learn words and you can learn grammar, and at some point you can get good at pronunciation as well. Because I think that is also one of the first things where you can hear that someone is not a native speaker. I also know that I have an accent that you can hear. Like, it's, especially in certain words, you can hear that I'm not a native American. And the funny thing is, there is even a layer above that where you actually know sayings in that language. That's where you really can show off that you are good at that language. That's the point where you are so close to a native speaker that you would, one, understand basically everything, but also be able to just have a full conversation in that language without sounding like someone who doesn't speak the language very well. And everyone just stared. Yeah. I can imagine that if you are not familiar with that saying, it's going to confuse you. I wouldn't, if someone said that to me, I would not know what they meant. Okay, so 0.25 minus, because I want to move it down. Okay, so that's better. I think then it's 0.5 minus 0.5. Okay, no, that's too far. Elevate. We're gonna have to go back to minus 0.3 then. Oh, okay, that's still too far. Minus 0.2. I keep typing that wrong, 0.2. It's going lower. Oh, so maybe it just adds up. It's not like a set value, it adds up. Okay, so then I do 0.5. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. I have to detoggle it, then turn off, because then I have to place it like that. I think this makes sense. Now it neatly aligns with that. Dude was caught off guard when I spoke to him damn near perfect Polish. That is fun though. I like that. You see that sometimes, right? In like TV shows or anything where someone all of the sudden is very good at a language you don't expect him to be. I had it the other day. I had a meeting with 2 people from my Dutch office, and there was the branch manager for the German office. And I never worked with him before. It was the first time meeting him. And at some point he said something in Dutch, and I was like, you just speak Dutch? We've been speaking English this entire meeting just for you. Because everyone else in the room could just speak Dutch. And he was like, yeah, I'm actually very good at Dutch. He prefers to speak English, but he speaks a little Dutch and he understands it perfectly. So if I were to speak on this speed in Dutch, he would just be able to follow along. So we switched the meeting to Dutch. But then there was this point where my presentation was English. We were speaking in Dutch. His questions or remarks were in English. And then from time to time, when I couldn't find my words or were trying to explain something, he would throw in a German word. And I don't speak German that well. I had German in high school, like for 3 years, I guess. And my brain got so confused of speaking 3 languages at the same time. And I learned Spanish last year, and I also had 5 years of French. So when 3 languages are spoken at the same time, that's usually when my brain starts to throw in other languages as well. Just because it's there, just because the knowledge is in my brain somewhere. All of a sudden, I remember the French word for rain. And I'm like, this is not even what I was looking for, but thank you, brain, for putting it like right in front of my head and not being able to think about anything else. Right, Dynamic Echoes? You, of all people, you are the one who can relate to this with speaking 5 languages, but it is the weirdest thing when multiple languages are spoken at the same time. That's where my brain goes like, big fat 404 error. Like, cannot do it. Let me fill up this pond with water. Something like that. I think that looks about right. And then we can like decorate the edges. I like that. That looks good. Maybe I'll add a little bit over here. So it's just a wee bit bigger. I should not try to do a Scottish accent. I absolutely suck at that. I just love it when like people from the UK say a wee bit. I think that is just the cutest ever. Okay, so there is no time of day where the lighting on this part is good. So we are going to have to light it in some way. That's why in my country people say, oh, 1 language equals 1 man. What does that mean? Like, what is the 1 language equals 1 man? It sounds very poetic though. I'm curious to know what it means. When I was traveling in May, the airport was moving gates around and my flight had some Polish natives on there. I forgot that they didn't know a single bit of English, so I had to run back to the gate we were originally at and tell them we moved to a new gate. It is so kind though, that you did that. That you went back to tell them. Like, you didn't have to, it's not your job, you didn't work at the airport and still you went back. That's so sweet. I really appreciate it when people do that, you know? Sometimes you see it happening just in public, someone is just super selflessly helping out someone else. I think that's so genuine. It always makes me smile. It makes me so happy. You're stronger speaking more languages. Oh, okay, that makes total sense. That is so true. Yeah. I also, like, even in small things, I already noticed that fact a lot. Because, like, when going on holiday, I can go to a lot of countries in Europe and always not necessarily speak the language over there, but understand enough of linguistics in general to figure out what some things mean. Like, the exception would probably be if I went to like Russia or Hungary or something, because they have different letters as well that I cannot read, so it's a different alphabet. Or obviously when I go to China. But when I traveled in Spain, for instance, I could just read all of the signs. I spoke enough Spanish to ask directions and stuff, and it was so useful. And it makes your experience of a country so much better, and people really appreciate it when you're sitting at a restaurant and you're waiting, and then the waiter comes over and he's like, what do you like to order? And you can actually have a conversation in their own language. The tricky point is where they think you actually speak the language and they start having this entire conversation and talking to you about their day and how they're so impressed that you speak their language. And you're like, okay, I'm not that good. So I have had that happen at some point, especially in Germany, because they're super happy that you speak German. And then after 5 words, I ran out of vocabulary and they're like telling me stories about their day and their wives and their family. And I'm like, nice. Nice. I have no idea what you're talking about anymore. You had a rough time traveling that entire trip and reading is difficult today. Wasn't about to let someone go through that same experience, especially when they couldn't understand English. That's so kind. That's really kind of you. That's really sweet. And I bet those people were so thankful that you helped them out. I remember to mute again. I felt the cough coming. Thank you so much. Salut. That word I always read in a French accent, like salut. That's how I learned it in school. Oh, I noticed your test was negative. Yeah, it is. Oh, I'm so happy about that. The cough is still there and it's not going anywhere. So I think I have to accept that it's sticking with me for a while, but the test was negative. So that's really good. I don't have COVID, which I'm super relieved about, because this was the single first time that I was actually stressing about it. Did you get the old nose swab? Yes. And the throat one. I'm not sure if they do that everywhere, but they do this one where they go in your nose and it feels like they go into your brain. And then they do one in like the back of the throat that sort of makes you want to puke. But this lady was also relatively aggressive that did it yesterday. She was like poking it right in there. I was like, okay, woman, chill. But the results are getting pretty fast nowadays. I remember my first COVID test, I had to wait 3 days before the results came in. So I had to stay inside for 3 days. But now it's just basically you do it, and within 24 hours you get the results. And I think if they're positive, they even call you as soon as possible. So if you don't hear anything within the first 24 hours, you can just expect to receive an email that it was negative. And I also, today I downloaded, we have this, it's called the Corona app. We have it here for events and stuff, and you have to prove that you have either been recovered from COVID within the last 2 weeks, you're fully vaccinated, or I don't remember the third one, but like 3 things, and it's either one of the 3 you have to prove with the app. And if you can prove it with the app, you get the QR code and they will scan it at the door of like events or concerts or anything to allow you entrance. And I actually had to download it today for the first time because I am going to a concert in September where I have to use it. And it can take about 2 weeks to update your information. So I wanted to check already today. My second test was the worst because they had to swab for 10 seconds in each nasal passage. Oh, ugh. 10 seconds is long. Like that doesn't sound long. Dude, please slow down. I can't type as fast as you. I know this struggle. I've had this before in people's Twitch chat. I was like trying to keep up with the conversation and then making all these weird typos, but it's totally fine. It's totally fine. Don't worry. I will still read your messages even if they are a bit later. Don't worry. By the way, I love it when people have the little dinosaur icon. I believe it's from GlitchCon. I've never heard of GlitchCon, to be honest. For some reason, my brain figures that it is TwitchCon, but then online because last year COVID and stuff. But I'm not sure. I don't know. But I love the little dinosaur icon. I think it's so cute. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to place ducks. Because I think that's awesome. And we might put a swan, but like put the swan right over here. And then I definitely want fireflies. Just because that's so cute. Okay. We might do a bunch of those. Like right over there. That tree is really in the way. Every time I zoom out from like, I want to see it from this perspective, and every time I forget that this tree is over there. So I might just move it over here real fast. So I have free view of this part of the build today. I really just, I don't like these, but they are realistic to have. Like just a couple. And then I want to do, I think the sides with, I love these new patches of, or not new, but I love these patches of grass. Like they're so simple, yet so realistic. Just a few. Ooh, those are pretty. But for some reason they don't. Definitely make them smaller. Oh. But those are floating above the water. But it would look beautiful with the swan. Oh my god, chat. What the hell are you doing? Uh-oh, that was automod. I'm so sorry. It's alright, I permitted you to send that message. 49 messages were deleted by a moderator? What's going on? What happened? It times you out, it removes all of your messages? Why did it time you out? I permitted you. Oh, okay, so this is the thing with, I saw on Twitter, there are a lot of hate raids going on currently on Twitter, and there were some advices on how to set up your auto mod and like, prevent people from spamming links and stuff. And I did that. I set it up because I thought I'm not assuming that anyone will hate raid me because I am not one of the minority groups that gets attacked, which on one hand, I want to say I'm lucky, but on the other hand, I think it's exactly the problem. And I wish I could change it. Like, in a second, I would change it in a heartbeat. But I did set it up just to be safe, because there were also a lot of bot raids where bots would just come in chat and follow a ton of people. And I saw this on Twitter and I saw it explode a little bit last week, and I was like, okay, let me set up those settings. But now I'm really trying to figure out how it works. But okay, I'm gonna see if I can fix what happened with with the timeout thing, because I'm totally fine that it holds your message for review and that I can either approve it or not. But I don't want people to get a timeout. That doesn't make any sense. But I will look into it. This was a learning experience. Yes, it was. Every stream is a learning experience so far. I thought it was funny myself. I'm so happy. Just know that I didn't mean to do anything. It's so weird. It is really, really a learning experience. I talked about this yesterday as well. Like, Twitch, it's great and I'm having the most fun, but at the same time, I haven't had a stream where everything was just perfect. For some reason, every stream something goes wrong and I learn from it, which is totally fine and totally good, and I really enjoy it. It's just, there are so many tools working at the same time. It's his first stream here. Yeah, he got here today. Which I really appreciate that he's hanging out here. Or I assumed, by the way, this might be a total wrong assumption, that since Triz called you Alex, I assumed that your pronouns are he, him. But if that's not the case, please correct me. I saw her doing a little self-promo. I totally did self-promo this time. Okay, he, him. Cool. Cool, thanks for letting me know. Then I won't forget. Yeah, I did some self-promo this time. I decided why not do it. It just... Okay, the thing is, on one hand, I absolutely love the fact that there are so many different Sims communities and that you can do self-promo, because I have found a ton of great streamers in those self-promo channels as well. But I always feel like I'm misusing it when I'm doing it. I don't want to be that person that is just using that tab and nothing else in the Discord. So I really try to be active in those streamers communities as well, and like come and hang out over there as well. Just, it's such a fine line between too much self-promotion and also still being a genuine person. And it's difficult because I don't want to do it wrong. Right? It always feels weird. And I totally, like, I promoted in Sarah and Saurus's Discord as well. And I hang out in their streams all the time. I love them. I'm obsessed with their streams. As soon as they go live and I have the time, I watch them. I try to chat and chat. I know that I'm not taking advantage of their community without being part of it or participating. But it's just, the line is so thin. And I don't want to abuse it. And that's the thing, like, me being worried about it, it's probably a good thing because it keeps me conscious about my decisions. Oh, you found me on Star Plays Sims. That's so nice. I adore her. I think she is amazing. I enjoy her streams so much. Like, so much. They're so fun. She's just a wonderful human being. The cool song is running again. Yes, we're back in Asia. You usually are working at this hour, but some unfortunate events happened this week, and now I'm on an unplanned vacation until Monday. I'm really hoping that it's not like super negative unplanned events, though. I mean, vacation sounds nice, but I'm hoping that you're enjoying your vacation. Hoping you're having a good time. I'm trying to find some good plants to put on the side. I think we will find them in this section more than the one with the flowers. You got into a car accident and had to put some boundaries? Are you okay? That sounds intense though. Oh my god. Please tell me you're okay and you're not like severely injured or anything. Oh my god. You're fine for the most part, okay? I'm really glad to hear that. That really sucks though. And good that you set boundaries with your work. Like, health, whether it's mental health or physical health, always comes first. Genuinely. Like, people that don't understand that don't deserve awesome human beings in their lives. That's just, I will stand by that until the day that I die. Like, health should always come first. And I think it's a big problem that we currently face in society in general, but people forget that taking care of yourself is so incredibly important. I really hope you're doing fine and you didn't take too much physical or mental damage from it. You just lost your only mode of transportation and he kept trying to get me to come into the office this week. And I'm like, hey man, I'll see you Monday. I need to get this situated. Yes. Totally. That makes total sense. Like, especially living in America, your car is, you cannot do without your car. It's so important. So it's good that you said that. It's good that you said that. Sort things out before you go back to work. I know that people try to make work one of the most important things that there is in your life. Like, work is what you do. Make work your biggest passion. But at the same time, it's also just work. And that means that if you have to sort things out, then you have to sort things out. This swan is floating. I now see. Let me see. Can I see it? Yep. Oh no. This one is floating. Okay, so how are we going to fix that? Can we make it smaller? So it's not floating? Maybe. I'm not sure how it will look on the visual effects part. Still feel like it's floating though. It is. They can do that. They can fire you over this. Is that actually possible? Because that would suck so bad and would be super unfair. I'm so sorry this happened to you. That really, really, really sucks. And it especially sucks that, like, after such an event, you have to worry about if you still have your job. Florida is an at-will state. They can hire and fire at will. Wow, I didn't know that. This explains, though, my company also has an office in Florida, in Orlando, actually. And I remember talking to some colleagues over there, and one thing I learned, I really didn't know this. I think it's one of the most fun parts about my job is working with different cultures, because I get to learn a ton about different cultures, different people, and what is seen as appropriate and what is not. And one of the things is that my colleagues don't like to talk about their weekend, and they find it very uncomfortable if you come into a meeting and you ask someone like, hey, did you have a great weekend? Because they feel like if they talk about their weekend and they say something that they did or something that they maybe bought or whatever, that their boss doesn't like, that they will get fired for it. And the thing is, their boss is a Dutch guy, which is one of the most genuine and kind people that I know, and it doesn't suit with our company culture at all to fire people at will. But I get now where this is coming from, because I totally didn't know this. It's no factor my education, knowledge, and skill set makes me a very valuable hire. That's good though. That's good though. It's good that you know that you bring something to the table that is relevant for this job or another job if you ever apply somewhere else, that you know you have places to go. You just know that you bring something. That's good. Oh no, don't combine it with the purple ones. That's not good. I like the purple ones though. They look pretty. Let me me see. That's what I wanted to do. I also wanted to add some ivy on this side. Move it up a little. And then I know there is this one that goes around the corner that would really fit over here, although this is so sorry. You should switch to just chatting. I know I talk too much. No. I'm really trying to play the game at the same time because I also really wanted to continue this build. I'm really enjoying this build. So I don't want to stop the build. This one. But yeah, I am chatting a lot. But I'm having such a good time hanging out with you guys. Your first boss at the architecture firm that Alex is a very dangerous person in our world. He got the brain of an engineer, the vision of an architect, and they operate almost at the same step. Yeah. But that makes you, like, that's good. It makes you unique. It makes you, like you say, a valuable asset to a company. And I think that is very important in this day and age, that you have something that sets you apart. Ooh, that's a different color, but I like it. That's nice. I might use it. That looks nice. That looks very nice. And then we have these. Those are pretty big. Maybe a little too big, to be honest. I am always in a debate with myself whether I like these or I absolutely hate them. I think they have a very ugly texture to them, but they do really fit the vibe that we're going for. I was looking for that one in particular as well. I might add these. Those are cute. I also want to add a ton of flowers. Just because I think that's super cozy and I like it. I make these smaller. They do actually fit with the other ones, like just a different shade of white flowers. I think that's nice. Maybe I swap them around so we have the colored one here and then... Yeah. Kind of like that. I don't like the green shade on these leaves though. I think I'm gonna move on to the flowers and see what we have here. That's ugly. See, this is what I mean. Like, is this debug? Yeah, okay, so it is debug. That makes sense. The texture on this is just, it's so 2D. Doesn't make any sense. Let me make it bigger so we can see it better. So I really love these bushes, but I will use them at another place. I want to use these again, so it's sort of, it has to be somewhat recognizable. So if we use something, we can reuse it at another point as well. That makes sense. No, not that small. More like this. You know what I notice what I do when I'm streaming? Like my mic is right in front of my face or like right above my keyboard as well. But sometimes I can type without looking. Like I don't have to see my keyboard to type. I know that because I do it on a daily basis. But for some reason, because there is something in front of my keyboard, my brain just wants to look anyways to make sure that I have the right keys. So I know that my fingers are situated at the right keys because those are the keys I always use when I play Sims, and most of the time I'm not looking at my keyboard. But because there is something there, I keep like looking around it to see my keyboard, which must look super weird for you guys as well, because you're like, what is she doing constantly? Like, why is she turning her head like that? No, those are too big. They don't make sense. Those are blue, not good. Those are just the same whites they already have. Ugh, those blues again. I want to go to the... I just said I wanted to go to flowers and then I cloned something. Forgot to go back to the flowers. These are beautiful. I'm going to use those as well. Just a couple of times. Oh, I'm so indecisive today. These look cute. Ooh, sorry, I just totally hit my mic. But are you physically okay after your car accident? Like, you didn't break anything? I'm just a little worried now. Just really hope you're doing okay. Oh, it's from Paranormal. It's Strange Overgrowth. I can hide it in some places though. I think it looks kind of cool. See, this is the section I was looking for. I'm gonna get rid of this. It just doesn't look good. I'm gonna get another one of the purple. It just looks better. The greens on it just look better. I can make this a fishing pond so they can fish on their own premises. That's nice. I like that. Again, gotta go back to the flower section. Where are they? Okay, so these are also very nice. Ooh, those are ugly. Don't like those. Nope. So, do you guys have any exciting plans for the weekend? Because it's already Thursday, which means it's almost Friday, which means it's almost weekend. Anything fun planned? I am going to a concert, which is called a Romantic Moonlight concert, and it's classical music. And I'm actually really, really excited. You want to learn? What do you want to learn? And work on Saturday. Okay. Work on Saturday. Nice. Ah, I tried to grab it. Will you stream Dynamic Echoes? I'd love to come hang out at your stream at some time too. Because you've been so kind to be here every time. You're still going to school and you have to graduate. Okay, so you have to study. That makes total sense. That makes total sense. Also not that good. Yeah, probably later. That's nice. I will see if I can come hang out. Those flowers also don't look that good. We might just use these. They just look the best, I always feel. Okay, and then I wanted to use something like this, but this is obviously way too big. Oh, but that's totally blocking the swan, isn't it? But I like the idea of that they had maybe an older bridge or something that they can fish on. I can place this one over there. You would be my first real viewer, more or less. That's so cool. I'm really... Do you know at what time you will be streaming? Because I'm one of those people who goes to bed semi-early. So if it's going to be really late, I cannot promise I will be there. But I will really try. I would love it though. I think that's so fun. Okay, this is starting to look maybe a little too overgrown, knowing that this is like an actual... It's not a swamp. It is, it's just... What do you say? How do you say that? Castle ground. I might just move around some of the plants and then just keep the same amount that I have now. 8 or 7. Oh, okay. I would be totally able to do that. I don't go to bed that early. It just, I noticed with the time difference and stuff, there are just some streamers that I really like to watch. Like, for instance, I love to watch Lil Sibsy. I think her energy on stream is just great. But the thing is, she just streams on impossible times. Like, her stream starts at 10 for me. So the only week a year or 2 weeks a year I'm able to watch her is when our clock just moves forward, I believe. Or backwards, I don't know, to either summer or winter time. And there's this 2-week period where in America the clock hasn't changed yet. So she streams at 9 for me. Yeah, we are in the same time zone. I remembered that. So for us, that should be totally fine. That means I can come and hang. Maybe place that one over there. Makes sense that you would have more plants under the bridge, I think. And then maybe I want to add some plants over there. Maybe some of the flowers. No, I want to use these ones again. And then make them a little bit smaller. Just like that. And then I wanted to add another path. But I was waiting to do that before I like to make sure that I had a bridge first. Oh no. I have to do the tool thingy again. I just moved it a little bit. I was like, I can move it a little bit to the right, but now I have to do a tool. Okay, so that one. And then elevate. I think I did -25 or 0.25. A correct language will be funny, especially. Oh. That's totally okay, though. Don't worry about it. Maybe a little bit lower. Yeah, that's better. Okay. So toggle that off and then go to over there. You have a tool for that. That is so cool, though. I think I watched the video on that on YouTube. I was like, what is this? And then I watched it, I was like, okay, that's pretty funny. I did it one time where I was going on holiday with friends. And we had this navigation system. That's the word. We had a navigation system. And one of the guys that was going on holiday with us, they, as a joke, installed all these different languages. So we could set it to French or we could set it to German to give us the directions. And there was one language and we're like, what is this? And it turned out to be Yeti. So we put it on Yeti as a joke when we already knew that we were close to our house. So we knew how to drive from that point. And it basically just grunted at us every time it had an instruction. It was hilarious. Like, it made the last part of the car drive so much fun. Okay, so I used that one for the bottom part. So just like that. Maybe a little wider. And then we have to put the lighter one on top again. A little smaller, maybe. Let me see. I don't know if Alex left. I was like, I know the past tense for this word, but I don't know. Maybe he's still here. Maybe he fell asleep. I have that sometimes. Like, I'm watching Twitch and then something comes up and I totally forget to say bye. Oh, that might be. Totally might be possible as well. Like I said, English is definitely not my first language, so I wouldn't be sure. I just remember in high school we had to learn all of these like the past tenses of word, and we had these lines and lines and lines of verb tenses that we had to put into our head, like stamp it into our heads. We could do like maybe like a, I wanted to say picnic area, and then I realized we spent last stream building this entire picnic area. But we might do it at some point. We could, maybe we could do something. Something that we don't have yet is like storage for firewood. That might be nice to do here. I know that there's this one item from Get Together, I believe. Show all, and then sort by Get Together. Packs. Get Together. There we are. And then I wanted to use, let me see, where is it? Oh, we're already, oh wait, I know. I searched for it last time. Here it is. And then this one. Because obviously this is a house in the 18th century. They will 100% not have had electricity or anything, so they would have had to have a ton of firewood, because basically if you only look at the chimneys on this place, this house will have had a million fireplaces probably. So this makes sense. I also know that there is this one thing, I think it's also from, no, it's not from Get Together. It's from Jungle Adventure. No, the other one. The one with Granite Falls. The world. I keep forgetting what that pack is called. Game, please don't crash on me again. Okay, let me save right away. Because I've been building for 2 hours and I keep forgetting to save. Let me see. Oh, I need to sort by pack. Outdoor Retreat? Is it called Outdoor Retreat? I think so. Let me see. Outdoor Retreat, yeah. It's actually one of the first packs, or game packs, I believe. I wasn't playing The Sims when this pack came out, to be honest. I only started playing The Sims again in 2018, I believe. That's when I had my burnout and I didn't have shit to do, so I just decided to start playing The Sims again. And that got out of hand fast. Because I just didn't stop anymore. I like this one as well. Although it feels more like an electrical light than something with a candle in it. And I know I had this one from Debug. That feels a little more realistic. So just place this over here. I'm not sure if it actually produces any light. It does actually. Okay, so that's good because that means that sort of this area is now lit. Which game would I prefer? Ooh. I checked out the games that you were playing, like Hollow Knight and Spelunky. I don't know how to say that. But I wasn't quite sure, what either of them, like what the gameplay is all about. Like I quickly checked them out. Obviously, I know that you're playing Fall Guys, but I can imagine that you're not wanting to play Fall Guys all night. So I think I just prefer it if you play something that you like playing. Because that's the most fun to watch, right? Maybe we can do like small stone. Something like that. That feels off on one side. me turn on the grid. I cannot see this. Yeah, that is off on one side, actually. So, a little bit like that. That's better. Maybe... Let me see what else we have in... Not this category necessarily, but this one. Maybe do some sort of seating area. I don't know. I find it difficult to come up with, like, this small space. What to do with it. Well, also what would have been realistic in that time. When you have debug turned on, this category is so big. It's crazy. I don't know. What shall I place here? You streamed Spelunky a few... I'm not even sure if I'm saying the name right. You streamed it a few days ago and instantly got aggressive, but not rude. I will look it up. I'm curious. I could do like a wedding arch, but I feel like that would make more sense on a different spot. By the way, I think I'm going to take a very, very quick break because I feel like I'm sort of holding in my pee-pee. I really have to go to the bathroom. So I'm also going to quickly grab something to drink. It'll take like 5 minutes and then I'll be back. So I'll see you in a second. I'm back. And I brought back my little furry friend who is now marching on my desk. Come here. You can sit on my lap. Nope, she wants to walk over my keyboard. Oh. You can show me more games for more variety. I'm not sure if I will be able to hang out the entire stream. I also have to pay some attention to my boyfriend. I've been a little absent because I've been streaming so much. You can see her till right up here. What am I drinking today? It's lemonade. It is like multi-fruit lemonade. It's kind of sweet. I'm not sure if I like it yet. I wish you could see my cat. She's just like sitting right in front of me, just staring me right in the face. She's like, Yuben? You'll go give me attention? She wants attention. I'm being a little extra. I put some ginger extract and lime juice in my water. That's so delicious though. That sounds so good. That sounds really good. I still have my bottle of tea with honey as well. I haven't started it, but I just wanted to have something to sip. I got this cup and I felt so American buying it. Like, I always have a feeling like big cups like this with a straw. I felt next level American. Genuinely. None of the Dutch people have a cup like that. But for streaming, it's so, so nice. Sorry. So you're just going to stay here then? He's like, but if I sit like this, you can cuddle me. It's so sad that you cannot see her. Maybe someday I'll set up a cat cam. Because right behind me, in that chair, right behind my mic, there's another cat chilling as well. But I'll have to figure out a way to get a camera that has a good view of that part of my room and still connect it to my computer. But that would be nice, wouldn't it? You would like a cat cam. Because then you could be famous. See, now she wants to get on my lap. No. Don't start licking the microphone. Gotta love cats. What's my gallery idea? It's basically my username from Twitch, but then it is, let me open it, with PH rather than an F. So it's Josephina with PH. I really want to have Josephina with PH as my username on Twitch as well. But it's my own big dumbass's fault that it's not available at the moment. Because I used to have the, hey, you're following me. Thank you so much. I used to have it with PH. And then at some point I was like, oh, I want to be Rosie Sims online. And I changed all of it, which was kind of stupid. That's a cool emote. Thank you for hosting the stream. I really, really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. I changed my username to Rosie Sims because I was like, I want that to be my personality. My cat is just still standing here. Hey. And then I changed it, and then at some point I was like, I want to change it back. When I started streaming, started doing YouTube, I was like, it feels more like me to actually you want attention, don't you? It feels more like me to use my full name. And then I wanted to change it back, and it turns out if you change your username on Twitch, your previous username becomes unavailable for 6 months. So I'm gonna have to wait. I think it's another 2 months or so before my original username becomes available again. Which doesn't make any sense. It was my username. Ah, dude is so cute. Yes, she wants attention. I thought you were lurking. She wants attention, but not this way. She's like, human. Do not pet me this way. Do not grab me and hold me in the air. You are being... Maybe you can see her better this way. No, you can still just see her tail. She's standing on my lap, requiring attention. I will get back to playing The Sims in a second. I just need to give her attention. Otherwise, she has found out that my mouse mat is actually soft for her to sleep on. So she tends to sleep on it, but that means that I cannot use my mouse. You are lurking, but you take little breaks and watch with audio. I appreciate the little breaks. Dude, I'm gonna have to move you. I know you're purring very loud and you really wanna have more cuddles and attention. But we can cuddle after stream, okay? Okay? Go. She has her own chair right behind me. How long will I keep streaming? I think. I said that's very Dutch. I think. That sounded ugly. I think maybe for another hour and a half. So like 5:30 or 6:30 if I want to say it in UK English. I was working on this small part and I was deciding what to put here. Like here we can maybe just put more plants, but then on this area. Or should we just keep it free as well? Would make sense to just not place anything. Livestock upgrade part. I have really not played enough with the new pack yet. I have not seen this. But okay, that's fine. Imagine building like an 18th century castle and then just casually placing a windmill in here. Oh, sorry. I totally forgot to change it back. Thank you. Thank you for letting me know. I was just quickly trying to show you my cat, but my camera isn't zoomed out enough. On screen. I'm chatting Scream. That's how loud you talk. Imagine that would be the feedback that you were trying to give me. Hello again. Hey, Hobart. How are you doing? That's been a while. I hope you're having a great day. Thanks for coming to hang out again. I really appreciate it. Been working like crazy? Yeah. Well, that makes one of us. My work has been incredibly quiet. Disney is nuts. You work at Disney? Look at me, being all impressed. That is so cool. What do you do at Disney? Don't fall in love. Don't worry, I won't. But I'm just really impressed. I love Disney. The thing is, I've never been to Disney before. You worked at Rise of the Resistance, man in uniform. That's cool. That's really cool. Do you like it? Do you like the job? Or is it just crazy and a lot of work? I have a feeling, by the way, that if I... Wait, do I remember correctly you saying this, Alex, earlier? That you are from Florida as well? That means that we have 2 people from Florida on stream. Which is cool. For the most part, I've made so many friends. That's nice. Making friends at work is super cool. Oh. What is it with you today? It happened again. You deserve that one. I cannot even see what you sent. It got deleted so fast. I didn't even see it. You deserve that one. Oh, it was a location. Ah, okay. Oh, just click it. I cannot click it. Like, it entirely deleted in my stream, in my chat. I cannot see what you sent. Like, nothing. It's gone. Oh. Oh, it's a common joke about Florida. Okay. Then I wouldn't have gotten it anyways. You're trying to get in the lifeguard. I think you said that the last time. Or not. I don't know why, but for some reason it rings a bell. Okay, and then open up this new Star Wars hotel. There are so many crazy things at Disney. But I would genuinely like to go to Disney sometimes, especially the one in Florida. But it's just flying all the way across the ocean just to go to an amusement park feels kind of weird. But I will do it sometimes. I think one of my boyfriend's friends moved to the US and they are getting married probably. You get me in. Really? That would be so cool. Although I definitely wouldn't mind paying. I mean, Disney is just really cool. I really want to go sometimes. I haven't even gone to Disney Paris, to be fair, which is not even that far. That is only 3 hours away from me. I could totally do that. I just haven't done it yet, but I really want to do it. I love Disney. Not too expensive. It is expensive though. Twitch says that you have had 4 viewers from the beginning of the stream. Really? I have my view count off, so I have absolutely no idea how many people are viewing. I do that for my own mental health, because otherwise I will get super focused on how many people are watching. So I will see after stream. I usually check out my stats and see how many people watched, and I just want to be on my best behavior. Oh, you mean it's lagging? As in it doesn't go up or down. Maybe I've just had 4 constant viewers. Which would be cool though, but I don't know. But how have I been? Well, actually, I had a bit of a scare yesterday because I thought I had COVID because I had a weird cough. But then it turns out I don't have COVID, which means I just have a weird cough. Because the test came out negative this morning, which I'm really happy about. Yay! And apart from that, work has been incredibly quiet. Like literally, we call it cucumber time because I don't know why, actually. I wanted to explain it to you and I was like, I actually don't know why we call it cucumber time, but nothing is happening right now. So that's why I took 2 afternoons off. So I was streaming yesterday, streaming it again today. I'm really enjoying it. You had it and you were dying? Oh no. Oh, that sucks. That sucks. Are you feeling better though? Like, you don't have any symptoms anymore? You're totally fine now? Totally recovered? American guys are really next level. Why? Florida's a wild place, get it? I wonder though, what is it? Oh, you had it like right before it was officially COVID. My aunt had that as well. She was super, super sick. And then the doctors were like, yeah, I think you're just not you don't have a strong body. Your body's just really sensitive to bacteria and everything. But it turns out she also had COVID. It really sucks, especially because then you couldn't get tested and no one was probably taking it as serious as they should have. But everyone at Star Wars Land got the same, had a fever of 102. To be fair, I only know degrees Celsius, but I'm guessing 102 is high. The only reason I know 102 is high, it's 40-ish. Okay, yeah, thank you. The only reason, this is so embarrassing, the only reason I know somewhat of what is hot and cold in Fahrenheit is because in Twilight, yes, this is the point where it gets embarrassing, Bella is like, yeah, Jacob is 90 degrees Fahrenheit always, he's so nice and warm so I don't get cold. So I know that if someone is above 90, it's warm, they're warm-bodied person. I go by another term? Yeah, I know. Don't worry. Oh no, please don't apologize. That's totally okay. I mean, I don't even mind learning about like Fahrenheit, Celsius, and also the difference between like inches, miles, and meters and stuff. Because I also use it in my work. I work with a lot of international people who all use different metric systems. I work with Brits who, again, have a different metric system. So I totally don't mind learning about it. It's actually good for me. Bro, wait. You have a huge rate of natural disaster. I'm sorry for that. Yeah, Florida has a lot of hurricanes and stuff, right? Being in America is bad. To be fair, I would absolutely love to go to America sometime. I have never been. I think America is a really cool country to visit, but I don't think I would ever want to live in America. I am so used to the social systems that we have in the Netherlands. Obviously, we pay way more taxes than you guys do, but it's just the social safety that we have from it. Knowing that when we have to go to a hospital, you just always can, and you never have to worry about not having money or anything. I really, to be fair, I would really miss that if I ever went to America. You have a lot of Trump supporters in Florida? Really? I think I heard that from some of my colleagues as well. And I also heard Lil Simsy talk about it, who also lives in Florida, so... But that sucks. I'm very not a Trump supporter, in case anyone wants to know. It's not even my politics, but I don't support Trump. Not even a little bit. Do you think they would have had picnic tables in the 1800s? This looks like something that is too modern to be historically accurate. You would live in Texas? Is Texas better? Like, is Texas a good state? I really don't know anything about different states and what is good and what is bad. I only know that the friends that I have that moved to America are living in Madison and Milwaukee, which are both pretty progressive states, I believe, or pretty progressive cities, I believe. That's why they moved there, obviously, because it's one for their job, but also because it's more similar to what they are used to, like politically speaking and stuff like that. All of the big cities vote blue, every else votes red. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Maybe I don't do a picnic table. It feels off to do a picnic table, to be honest. We could definitely place something like this. Maybe we can do the new thing with the flock of birds from the new expansion pack. I would really like that. Although I have to find where it is. I don't know where that would be. Maybe I can just sort it and see everything from the pack. You live in the most progressive city in Florida, but you have small pockets of those less than stellar folk. You live in Tampa Bay area. Okay. If I were to ever in my life move to America, I would 100% also probably seek out a more progressive area, just because it fits more with what I'm already familiar with, where I currently live. But I think it's a difficult topic. Also, when you're moving, you don't always get to decide where you want to live, because usually when you move across the ocean, you're moving for your work. So you, especially in America, just probably want to be somewhere closer to your job, because distances in America are so different from here. Like, I could drive for an hour, pass about 5 or 6 of our biggest cities, and be in a different country. I could either be in Belgium, I could either be in Limburg, which is, I know, no, not Limburg, Luxembourg. I don't know what it's in English, to be honest. I have to know this. Why am I so bad at remembering? You have to drive almost an hour to go to Disney every day. See, that for me is something that I if I have to drive an hour to work, I would be on the other side of, no, not on the other side of our country, but I would be over halfway through. It's such a different scale. Such a different scale. You've been entertaining the idea of moving to Poland for a job. The idea of taking the train to England absolutely blows my mind. To be fair, the only times I've been to England, I went by train. I can take the train from the city where I live directly to London station, like St. Pancras. Just one straight train takes me 3 hours. That's it. 3 hours and I'm in London. 3.5 hours and I'm in Paris. Also by train. I would never ever consider going there by car. And I even don't want to go by plane. Taking the plane to London is 1.5 hours. But then that's like excluding all the boarding and being there on time and stuff. So I will never do that. Also, to be sustainable and stuff, I just prefer to take the train. It's just that you want to go to a different country. I have to drive north for 2 days. Hey, Juan Original, thank you for following. I really appreciate it. Welcome in. How are you doing? How is your day going? Yeah, you have to drive north. Yeah, for 2 days. Man, that's long. Yeah. Hop on a train for a few hours. Another Juan. I like the name though. It's a nice name. I'm going to look up the country I was talking about. Yeah, it's just called Luxembourg. I don't know how to say that in English. I only know the Dutch pronunciation. But it's a country like right between Belgium, our country, and Germany. My name is actually not Jose, if you say it like that. It's Josephina, which obviously I get why you read it like that, but you've wanted to visit. It's beautiful. They have beautiful nature. I visited twice, I think. Hello, Juan. English on Spani. Yeah, I mean the Twitch name. I know. It's just the second part of my Twitch name is one name. So, like, the first part is Rosanna, which is my first name. And the second part is Josephina, which is also one name. But yes, it contains Jose in it. Or Jose, depending on how you want to say it. I actually have a friend that is called Jose. You guys can call me Jose, though. I don't mind. Okay, Jose, we know your secret. Okay, you got me, damn it. It could be my Twitch nickname. I can live with that. Are you able of speaking Spanish or aren't you? A little bit. Like, literally. Teeny tiny little bit. I took Spanish classes for 1 year, I believe. And the first part was actually super, super educational. I learned a lot. I learned a lot about the language. I learned a lot about the culture. But then the pandemic hit and we had to move from the classroom where we had class every Tuesday night. We had to move to online classes. And our teacher was absolutely the cutest, okay? Our teacher was such a sweet lady and she was really funny. She lived in Spain for a long time. But you can read all of the messages. A little bit, yeah. I could read most of the messages in Spanish, probably, or at least get the context of it. But I quit somewhere along the line of the digital classes because the lady was super sweet, but she was just kind of old. And the problem with being kind of old and trying to teach online is that you don't have a clue on how technology works. So basically, most of our sessions or classes would revolve around her trying to share a YouTube video from her laptop, and then it froze, and then the sound wasn't working, And since I work in an IT company, I pretty quickly got the nickname Rosanna from IT. So I had to constantly fix stuff. And it was like, oh, Rosanna from IT, my sound isn't working again. Can you help us out? And yes, I was the IT nerd in that group, 100%. And I'm so sorry. The thing was, it was really, really affecting how much I was enjoying to learn the language. Because I don't know, it's just, it's not as fun anymore if you're constantly fixing someone else's computer and sound and not really focusing on the language. And also, I really benefited from learning by speaking. So I really enjoyed the interactive moments in class where we could speak to each other and where we could learn from each other and talk to each other. But when we went online, basically all we did was just do an exercise, talk about it, and do the next exercise. Talk about it, do the next exercise. And sometimes you got to read small portions of text, but most of the time I didn't even speak Spanish. I was just making exercises in my notebook and checking if I got the correct answers. And that sort of took away from the fun of that class, and I just stopped. Is the delay so huge you got into a completely other theme in just seconds? And got the false thought. Don't worry, my message wasn't important. I don't know how big the delay is. It should be like 3 seconds. I have to cough again. I'm so sorry. It shouldn't be too long, but my brain also works like that. So it's very, very, very possible that I switched topics simply because my brain switched topics. Welcome to the inner wonders of an ADHD brain. I don't know what it is. That's just how my brain works. I read one thing and then it sets off another train of thought. But I was still speaking about the Spanish class. Just the fact that how I experienced it. And about learning Spanish. But what message are you talking about? Because maybe I missed something and I really don't want to miss it. I don't want to miss messages, which is going to cause me issues if my chat gets really busy at some point, because I'm just gonna miss messages I already know. But if it's the one where you say we can switch to Spanish, then I would say, don't think so. Don't think I would be able to do that. Maybe we can add a little paint over here. Just like that. Just have the nice little bench where they can sit in front of the house. Maybe also then do it here, because now it's just starting to look weird that this area doesn't have something like that. I think Juan already left. Yeah, or maybe he's just lurking. I do that sometimes too. I just say hi in stream to let people know that I'm there, but then I don't chat too much because I'm also playing a game or doing other things. That's also totally okay. I really appreciate those people as well. But it happens. I had it happen yesterday. I'm not sure if you were there at that time, Dynamic Echoes, but when someone came into chat and started speaking Spanish, it happens sometime when people come in and then they realize that I'm speaking English, or that I don't read messages in chat that are another language. Dad jokes incoming. Let's go. This channel is really turning into a place where people tell dad jokes. Yesterday, Dark Taco was also telling some really good ones. I love it. Ooh, those are having a really weird drop shadow. You just watch when you watch streams. I do that too sometimes, depending on the streamer. If I really want to chat and really want to hang out in chat, then I usually just watch the stream and don't do anything else. But I also really enjoy having a stream open while I'm Not necessarily working, because that's too distracting, but whenever I'm gaming myself. So for instance, if I play Stardew Valley or Sims, this is such a casual game. I don't really have to like intensely focus all the time. So it is totally possible for me to just hang out in a stream and also game at the same time. I think a lot of people who do that who watch Sim streams. Okay, I really don't like this one here, to be fair. I want people to enjoy sun-dried grapes more. I call it raisin. Wow. 10 points. 10 points. I love it. To Hufflepuff? No. Ravenclaw. No, I would share all of my points with Hufflepuff in a heartbeat. I'm a Ravenclaw and my sister is a Hufflepuff, and I love Hufflepuffs as well. A lot. So I would share them. Yee, gross. Tell your sister I love her. I will do that. I will do that. I really like Hufflepuffs though. They're very, very friendly and nice people. But I am 100% a Ravenclaw. I thought the IT nerd part sort of gave that away already. You got over your addiction to chocolate, nuts, and marshmallows. It was quite... Don't make me laugh too much. I'm gonna have to cough. Thank you for enlightening us. Now you... To be fair, now you cannot use foul language in chat anymore, because then it will delete these jokes, and I won't remember them, but I want to remember them because I want to tell them to my boyfriend after stream. Because then he will think that I have good jokes, and then when he realizes that I don't have good jokes, I will have to tell him and give you credit. I tried starting a hide and seek tournament, but good players are hard. This is too good. I love it. This is too good. Where do you even like find jokes like this? Do you just know them? Are they just stored somewhere in your head? Are you really like that awesome? You're out, you can't understand the jokes. They're bad jokes, though. They're funny, but they're bad. You evolve when you become a father. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. That makes sense. To be fair, looking at my own dad, yes, that is true. Even like the more kids my dad had, the better his jokes got. So I think there is a connection. I think they are definitely related. When does a joke become a dad joke? When it becomes I'm going to share that with my dad. I'm 100% sure. Okay, there are two scenarios when I shared that joke with my dad. He's either going to laugh at it, really appreciate it, or he's gonna look at me and be like, I don't understand. What do you mean? And then I will have to explain the joke, which will sort of kill the fun, but I'm willing to take the chance and still try to tell the joke to him, because I think it is right up his alley. This is beautiful. I definitely want to add this. But now it's not. Now it's sort of floating on this side, but otherwise it will go, oh, but it's like it goes half into the fence. So it's on both sides. That's perfect, actually. You can also see it a little bit on the outside. That's nice. We could place some sort of bench here as well. You monologue jokes on your commutes. I want to meet you on one of my commutes. Just have it. You should turn that into a concept. Do like a joke commute. And then people can book tickets. And then you just crack jokes as they commute to a place. People can hire you to make their commute more fun. Okay. I have a feeling that this area, sitting in your vehicle, listening to music, writing jokes, that's nice. Okay, I have a feeling that the front... Let me save, by the way, because I totally didn't save for quite a long time. I have a feeling that this part of the build, like the front and the side, are starting to get done. I want to add some terrain paint to this part because this now looks just very weird and out of place. No, this one. And then I would like to add this one, I think, and just a little bit all over the place. Doesn't even have to look that special or good. It's just like the wear and tear of the animals walking around on this piece of grass all day. You will have to bounce. No. He broke his arm, so that's why you've been so busy. Well, good luck and good health for you and your son. You will try to catch the next stream. I will be streaming next week on Thursday again. So really hoping to see you there, and thank you very much. I will see you next time. Thanks for hanging out with us. I really appreciate it. Okay. Woo! Sorry, I bumped my microphone arm again. You will be here. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, I think it's time we place this tree back and we start working on the graveyard part. It doesn't even have to be big. I just wanted to do like a couple of sort of family graves because I feel like it makes sense that if you have such a big house, then you would bury your family nearby. And it also matches with the... Yes, 1 week. 1 week indeed. I will actually not be working this time. I am going to take a holiday in my own country with my boyfriend. We plan to go to Belgium. So we booked an Airbnb, which was really nice. But then there were a lot of floodings last week over here. Not last week, a few weeks ago. And last week we decided to cancel the Airbnb because the city close to where we booked the Airbnb is just sort of destroyed. If you click the little bell, it'll notify you when Rosie goes live. That's nice. I'll try to personalize my notification messages so that it's not the standard one. So you receive a nice one when you click the bell. But we were supposed to go there and then we decided not to because that city is just entirely destroyed. And we were like, okay, we wanted to go to dinner there. We wanted to do our groceries for a week. And it feels wrong to go to a place that has just been through natural disaster. So we decided to call it off, but then we still had our time off. So we decided to do some fun things in our own country. So we will be visiting a castle that we haven't visited before, which is really, really beautiful. Let me show you if I can. Let me see if I can look it up. I really have to, that was it. Really have to, like, when I'm talking English, it's difficult to type in Dutch. I'm going to show you a picture. 1 second. So this is the castle. Oh, wait. My face cam is in the way. I can turn that off. Wow, I could turn it off. It actually worked. So this is the castle that we will be visiting. It is about an hour drive from where I live. So I will be driving the car, which scares me to death because I just got my license last year and I don't know why. I think driving is scary still. But this is it from like sky view, and it has these beautiful gardens around it. So we will just check out the castle and then take a walk. And the weather next week is supposed to be really good. So that's super nice. So that's what we're going to do. And we will go to a concert. We will take some walks in our own city because there's this south part of the city that we haven't gone to so much, and there's actually this really cute city garden. Hogwarts, right? It looks like Hogwarts. That's what made me so excited to go there as well. It totally Sorry. It totally looks like Hogwarts. No, you wrote it right, actually. But yeah, I really want to go there. I'm really excited. My boyfriend found it. And we will also be going to the Natural History Museum here in the Netherlands, which my boyfriend worked at for a couple of years, like a while back. But I still haven't visited it in ever. So we were like, well, maybe we can also do that. So we got a couple of really fun things planned. So I'm really excited for that, actually. Let me just make some graves. Now there's sort of a... See, now there's a curve in the ground. That makes it look a little realistic. And then maybe make it a little bit like dirt patched. If you make vacations, we make an adventure in a zoo of Berlin. They have pandas from Japan. That's really cool. That's super exciting. I think we have, in one of the zoos in the Netherlands, we currently also have 2 pandas. We are borrowing them from China. They were some sort of gift that at some point we have to return, which I think is kind of weird, but I actually saw pandas in China. I was lucky enough to go to China about 2015, so 6 years ago. And I also went to China when I was only 10 years old because one of my sisters is adopted. So we went to pick her up when I was only 10 years old. And that was in 2005. And then we did like a roots journey for her to discover where she's from and get familiar with the country. And we traveled for about 2.5 weeks through China. And one of the things we did is we were in Chengdu, and they have this really large reservate. I don't think that's an English word, to be honest, but this really large place where only pandas live. And they were so cute. There were also baby pandas. They melted my heart. Genuinely, I don't think I've seen something so cute as a baby panda. Reservation. Okay. Thanks. I'm glad you understood, though. That's nice. I might fence off the graveyard. Because I feel like that makes sense. That it's not just... Or is it? Does this make sense? Now that I did it, I'm starting to doubt. Maybe if we use a different fence, because this just looks weird. That also kind of looks weird. Not really sure what to think of that. To be fair. Like I want to sort of fence it off a little so it's not just randomly on the ground somewhere. And I would like to have like a pathway go that way so you can sort of walk to the graveyard and then maybe walk. I was thinking of doing a large crop field over here so they can walk that way to the crop field. But then I have to come up with something that makes sense to sort of fence off this area without actually placing a large fence. I still think like this fits the style because it just matches with this. I find it difficult to decide. Why am I always so indecisive? Let me extend it. That usually helps me to make decisions on different styles. We also have this one from Get Together. No. Compared to the other one that looks... If you put these next together, these two together, it's like the difference. I'm not sure if you had that, if you know that, but if you're like a young kid, you have Duplo which is basically like gigantic Legos for little kids. This is what it looks like. It's like the fence from the new pack is like Legos, and the fence from the older pack from Get Together is like its kids version of that fence. It looks horrible. That doesn't look good. That's too high. That's definitely too high. Maybe we can do it. We just need to put more plants. Like, I know that when in doubt in The Sims, just always put more plants. That is basically the solution for every problem in The Sims. So we can just do that. Maybe we can use this weird grass again. The one I wasn't sure about if I liked it. And then on this side, we'll also have to do with something with landscaping, because that now it looks completely ridiculous. Maybe if I do the pathway as well, it'll also look a little better. I use this one. Just like that. And then the lighter one, make it a tad smaller. I am so sorry about this cough. I'm gonna take another cough drop. I'm going to open it as far away from the mic as I can, because I don't want your ears to suffer from the paper. Did I think about playing other games? I do want to play other games sometimes. I just haven't figured out what. Because in my own time, I'm playing Spiritfarer, and I think it would be a super chill game to play on stream because there's no pressure or like time pressure in it. I really enjoy playing the game. But the thing is, I've already been playing it for quite a while. So I don't want to start a new save just yet because I haven't finished the game. So I want to continue with my current save to finish it. But I also don't just want to randomly stream the game and then no one knows what I'm doing or where I'm at in the game, because it will make it very, very hard to follow. So I was thinking of maybe streaming Stardew Valley. But again, with Stardew Valley, I started a save a while ago. I'm not sure if I want to abandon it yet. I haven't played Stardew Valley in a while, so I could easily just start a new save. I also have one save where I've almost reached perfection in Stardew Valley, so I could also just play with that, because then people sort of know where you're at in the game and they know all of the things you've already done, or at least if you're familiar with the game. And then you also have the objective of just playing to perfection, which makes it a little bit easier than just starting somewhere in the middle of a storyline, in the middle of something that you were doing. We just want fun and perhaps gameplay. I know. I get that. It's just, I also want to do something that is slightly easy to follow, so that you're not just like, otherwise you're here, which is super nice, and you're hanging out with me, but you just have no clue of what I'm doing, and I also think that's a bit sad. But I was thinking, I have been really into a game called Anno 1404, and I haven't played it in the longest time. So I might want to play that on stream. It's just, it is one of the least popular games on Twitch. Like, legit, the entire category has almost 0 followers. Not that it should matter, because I should play what I want to play and hang out with you guys. But I might do that a little later. Because that is an intense game, actually. That is a strategic game where you really, really have to focus. So I want to place one more of these thingies because it's super, super cute. But yeah, I also might just not make it difficult for myself and just play Stardew. because I think Stardew is a good game to stream. I really like Stardew. I think it's one of my favorite games of all times. Do everyone understand what she does? Because this is really... You switch to Spanish. Fácil. That's easy, right? If I remember correctly. Maybe. It is a bit weird. Yeah, thanks. Yes, I still remember a little bit of my Spanish. It would be a bit weird to do a wedding arch right next to the graveyard, I think. So I'm not going to do that. But we could maybe add like a fountain or something here. That would make sense next to the graveyard. Okay, this is the moment where I think maybe I should turn debug off for a while. Oh no. I accidentally turned the entire mod off. Well, I need to restart my game before it takes effect. So I'm just not going to restart my game. Well, not within this stream. I will restart it after and then let me check it on again. And it should work as soon as I restart my game. Yes, but for now it just works. Let me see. There is so much in this category. For some reason, it always stresses me out. There's just too much in there. But something like this, although this looks too Roman for what I'm building, I feel like. I do like the idea of a statue, though. It fits with the graveyard theme. Good job, thank you. Maybe I will place a small one. Just the color is a bit off, I feel like. But I think they would have had something similar. It's not entirely out of place to have statues like this. Let me see. Okay, I think I'm just going to look it up through the other category. Oh no, I was too slow. My game just totally crashed on me. It just... like that, it was gone. I don't remember when I saved. Please say it was not too long ago. I'm going to restart my game now. What is it this week? Yesterday as well, my game froze up on me twice. I've never had that happening. Well, let's see. It might have been because I turned that mod off and then I tried to use it again. It's just the script files totally messing with my game. Sometimes The Sims, really frustrating. But it's loading again. And it's gonna give me all of the error messages for my reshaders that I still have to take out. See, I got the notification. I love your picture. This is genius. Load game. Build file. Okay. I just said okay as it said okay in the screen, and I didn't even realize that's the reason I said okay. By the way, it's getting a little dark in my room, I feel like. Let me see if I can make it a little bit lighter. Ooh, that's very yellow. That's better. I'm gonna turn it all the way up. That's a little lighter. That's better. I was building in this world. Then building over here. Okay, this is the moment of truth. Fingers crossed. How much work did I lose? It always stresses me out, moments like this. Like, please don't say I lost everything. Wow, okay, sorry. My chat just totally froze on me, so I just see all of the messages came in. That's why you hate mods. Yeah, I know, right? I have a very big love-hate relationship with mods. We are about to find out. So what did we learn? Put a timer in chat to remind to save. That's actually not a bad idea. Okay, so we didn't lose much. I saved right before I did the train paint over here. So we basically what we lost was what I did at the graveyard. But that wasn't too much. I believe after this I didn't do anything on this side of the build anymore, right? No. Okay, so not too bad, not too bad. We're good. We're good. Let's do this again then. Maybe I'll make it one smaller than I did the last time. Oh. Let me make it light again. Oh, I forgot. I still have to place this tree back as well. And then... Hey, Aquarius of Color. Welcome in. How are you doing today? We just had a big game crash, so I'm redoing the work that I did 5 minutes ago. But the game is working again, so that's good. Oh no, that's way too fast and way too high. Let's put it a little bit slower. Just like that. And then do the train paint again. This one, make it smaller. Okay, that's not blurry enough, I believe. I'm gonna do that. Just needs to be slightly darker so you can see it's sort of been dug up. Right? Yeah, that's nice. Okay, and then we're going to have to redo the landscaping that I did here. Thank you, I really appreciate it. Have you seen Outlander? Do you know the castle or... Because it is Lallybroch from Outlander. You think a small nap would be good now? That's totally fine. Go take a small nap. And I will see if I manage to hang out in your stream. I really want to, but I also don't want to just push aside my boyfriend again. Because he's been really taking some hits since I started streaming and being online all the time. So I also want to be there for him. But I'm going to try to check out your stream. And otherwise, I will definitely come and hang out in the stream at some other point. Okay, so this is all back on, which is good. Because I was just thinking, oh, that's way too big. But we might be able to use something similar to this. Why are they all so big? I like something like this, though. See, it matches. Like, it makes sense. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. I really want to come hang out, though. I think it's so fun to meet other streamers and see what they do as well. So I think I did a few of these. And then just a bunch of flowers. Scrolling through debug is always like, there are so many impressions at the same time. And I always want to scroll really fast because I'm like, oh, I want to find what I need right away. And then I'm like, okay, chill, Rosanna, chill. There's no way you're going to find it if you keep scrolling way too fast for your own eyes. Okay, and then put some flowers here. Make them smaller, put some flowers here. Okay, that's starting to look nice again. I like it. I'm gonna redo the path because that's also something that we did right before my game crashed. You do a lot of house building and deep dives on architecture, lol. Yeah. Well, this is the perfect stream for you then. Because we're building. What is your favorite style of architecture? Like, what is it that you like most? Older buildings or newer buildings? You might be totally biased on that because you are focused on sustainability and stuff, but I'm curious. Okay, let me make it one smaller again, and we choose the other dirt color. Just like that. Nice. Okay, that looks pretty good. That looks pretty decent. And then I also added another one of these right there, and I might add another one right here. While you do love very modern designs, I enjoy mid-century modern the most. A little crazy. The avant-garde. Let me look it up. What that looks like. Ooh, okay, yes. I fully see why that... Yes, that is interesting. That is, like, really, really out there. But it makes such interesting designs. We have one of the... Okay, I just Googled... Wait, let me show it to you guys. I just Googled avant-garde architecture. These very weirdly shaped buildings. Let me turn off my face cam again. The cubic houses, they're in my city. This is where I live, in Rotterdam. They are super cool. There's actually this one person who bought one of the houses and designed it as a museum. So you can actually visit it you have to pay like a couple of euros, and then you can just see the house and see what it looks like on the inside, which I totally get. I get that people want to see what this looks like. Like the guy who designed a house that looked like binoculars. That is cool. I like those designs. They're kind of crazy, but that's what makes them fun. Although I wouldn't fill an entire city with just buildings like that, because then it will start to get nuts and it doesn't work anymore. I think they have to be just a few eye catchers, and then that's good. But if you ever do come to Europe or this side of the ocean and you have the opportunity to visit the Netherlands, Rotterdam is such a good city to explore architecture. We have a ton of crazy buildings here. Our city was bombed during the Second World War, so basically all of our old buildings were entirely wiped away. So we just had to rebuild the entire city after 1945, or most of it. And that made for some very interesting choices in buildings. But like, if you're interested into architecture, it's such a good place to visit because we have crazy things here. If you want to have a good time, UFO/spaceship houses. That's a thing. UFO/space. Oh, slash. Like slash, as in the symbol. Ship houses. Oh, I know those. We actually have, we call them sort of pods, but we have these in our parks. You can rent them as a hotel room and you can sleep in one of them for a night. A group of 5 dudes were the ones who designed most of mainland Europe houses. Yeah, I think there are a lot of similar, like, names of architects that I hear when I look up buildings in Rotterdam. It's the same set of people. Makes sense though. I mean, if that's their style. I wanted to... Okay, this was the point where I wanted to turn off debug and live edit, not the entire mod. And this is where I started looking for some nice statues. It's jumping up again because of the house. I'm gonna go like that. Oh no, I didn't want to grab that. I might filter by the pack for the romantic garden. Because that has some, like, I love this one. I might add this. Although it feels a little bit grand for this house in particular. I just think it looks so pretty. This is just a pretty part of the garden. And then we can maybe add something like this, but then a little bit worn. Ooh, that's too gray. I don't like that. That's too white. And that's too brown. That's too pink. Maybe. Nah. Doesn't make sense. I don't like it. There were 6, but one had some ties to certain countries, certain way of thinking, and he was booted from the group. Politics affect way more than just your political views. Ooh, I know what we can do. I know what we can do. We can make like a cute stone pathway using... But then I will have to turn on debug in a second. But there are these insanely cute, like cobblestones that work really, really well. That's a little bit big, but if I place it here and then I do some more landscaping, it might actually be nice. Just like that. Romantic garden off. I can use all packs again now. No, that's too manicured for what I'm going for. That's the thing. If you want to do manicured landscaping in The Sims, that's no biggie. That's super easy. If you want to do realistic, overgrown, beautiful landscaping in The Sims, it takes forever. This is the point where I want to turn on debug again. Because there's just so much good landscaping in debug. It's crazy. I'm looking for the white flowers. I can just also copy them. Just like that. And then... Hey! Rosalia TV? Rosalia. Sorry, I struggle reading usernames. But thank you so much for following. Welcome in. How are you doing? Hope you're having a wonderful day. I really appreciate you being here. Hey. No, those are the same that I just used. These might be nice. Something like that, and then we can do the path of stones. That's nice. Working, but have some downtime. How I am doing? I'm also doing fine. Thank you for asking. I had a bit of a COVID scare yesterday. I have a really weird cough. So I thought I might have COVID, but then it turns out I don't have COVID, which I'm really happy about. So that's basically the most important thing that happened to me today. I was so relieved when my negative test result came in this morning. So I'm really happy about that. And now I've been building this monstrosity of a castle. Oh, I just see this is clipping a lot. But it's the castle from Outlander. And I already built the exterior. Hey, Aquarius of Color, thank you for following. I really appreciate it. I'm happy that you enjoy your time here and decided to follow. Thank you so much. But I've been building this. I built the exterior already 2 streams ago, and then I started landscaping in my previous stream, and I'm still working on the landscaping. I remember thinking that I would maybe finish it today, and now that I see we still have so much work to do, but I'm making this build incredibly detailed. I usually don't do that. I'm more of a fast builder. I usually finish my builds in about 2 to 3 hours. But I decided that if I'm going to do this on stream, I want to really put some work in it and really make something beautiful. So that's what I've been working on for multiple streams already. Hey, Helena, welcome back. How are you doing? How did your bureaucracy go? I hope it went okay. Yeah, we've been working on it for a while. But I feel like we're finally getting somewhere with the landscaping. It's coming together nicely. Oh, thank you, Rosalia. I really appreciate that. It's very relaxing here. Love the vibe. Oh, thank you so much. I really hope, like, that's what I'm aiming for. So I'm really happy that you're experiencing that. I'm aiming for a chill and relaxed vibe. So thank you. I really appreciate you saying that. These stones, that was what I was looking for. And we can do sort of a separated path. When I'm not working, finishing a small cottage. That's so nice. You play The Sims as well. You also build. That's cool. I haven't done a small cottage build yet. I just straight in went for the big castle when this pack came out. I built some farmhouses for myself to play in, but I haven't really done like the cute cottage style, which I'm super inspired by because I see everyone doing it. So I'm like, this castle is done. I have so many ideas for buildings already. It's been super nice just lurking and working. Nice. That's good to hear. That's good to hear. I'm not from the USA, no. I'm Dutch. I'm from the Netherlands, actually. And there are points when I'm not thinking too much about how I'm speaking, when I can sound very American, because I learned most of my English from watching American TV shows. So I have some words in my vocabulary and pronunciation that are incredibly American. And then when I slip up, you can totally hear that I'm not a native speaker, because you can hear it a little bit in my accent, but I'm Dutch. Yeah, this is turning out nice. I like it. This is turning out how I wanted it to turn out, so that's good. Also lurking and working. That's so nice. I do that too, you know. I do that so often when I'm working from home and I have to review something that I find boring, like a project plan, which is like, it can be fun to review, but at the same time, it's just so much text. And then I just like to watch some streams and use it like just in the background as a little distraction, just hang out a little bit. And I think that's so nice. I really appreciate people that are just lurking. I do that too. Totally get that. Okay, so maybe give a little bit of body to this path by giving it some terrain paint. And then I think I wanted to do a little bit more of landscaping on the cemetery, because that's currently looking a little bit sad. Because we have the 3 graves, which I think looks perfect. It makes sense to have 3 graves at a family house, like a castle that has been in the family for a while. But I want to do a little bit more overgrown landscaping here as well. Which these plants are absolutely perfect for. Then again, the white flowers, because I just never have enough of the white flowers. Maybe we could do some of these bushes here as well. And then these set of flowers. I really like these. Okay, so before, my favorite color was blue. Like, blue has been my favorite color for years now. But recently, as you might see on my stream and my overlays, I've gotten really, really into pink and purple. I just think they're so cute, especially like pastels and lilac. It's just, I love it. I bought an hoodie last week, came in yesterday, smelled horrible, so I put it in the washing machine. It's still not dry. That fabric takes forever to dry. But I even ordered a like lilac purple tie-dye hoodie instead of the blue one. I actually surprised myself there. Because for the longest time, when I would have to make a choice in color, I would just go for light blue, always. I have so many light blue colors in my wardrobe. And it's changing. I'm turning into a pink and purple person. No, don't like that. I do like the sunflowers though. Something like that. I don't like that it's... I like the flowers, but I don't like that it's in a box. Ooh, yes, these are absolutely perfect. Maybe add... I don't forget where they were. Oh, here. Something like that. Makes sense, right? It's not too overgrown. You can see that it's still being maintained. People take care of these graves. Although I'm thinking maybe I will make this like slightly different color. So that I can use the other one to sort of color the floor around it. Oh no. So it has a little more shadows and depth to it. I don't think ever in a build I've used as much train paint as I have in this one. It's crazy. Sorry, your husband came into your room. You missed what you said after you watched American TV, but that's so cool. You sounded American to me at first, but then after a few words here and there, yeah, I have an accent. Oh, thank you. My English is purple. Purple. My English is purple. I read 2 sentences at the same time and my brain just went whoop. My English is perfect, thank you. And you are a purple person for sure. That's what it was I was supposed to say. Thank you, I really appreciate that. I do speak a lot of English for my job. So I work at an IT company with a lot of international colleagues. So basically all of my work, also in writing, is in English. You can relate to the purple and pink thing. Yeah. I think it's also really on trend right now. Like, shopping for purple clothes is so easy because it's just super, super on trend. Okay. I feel like this part of the build is also done. I still have the feeling that this part is a little bit empty though. I want to add something here, but I haven't figured out what. Maybe we can just do some sort of a rock formation. Okay, that's just way too big and not what I was looking for, but something like that. Just to give it a little bit more, make it look a little less empty. That's what I'm trying to say, I think. Just that it's a little more overgrown and that... See, now it already feels... like, it makes more sense, especially this corner, because it felt a little bit straight. Like, square. And if you have something natural, like, square is one of the few shapes that do not really appear in nature. We make things square. Round things appear in nature. And I'm also going to edit this a little bit. To make it a little less square. Looks a little bit more natural. Okay, to be fair, I think this part of the build is as good as done. All we have to do is the back of the build with like the... Yep, this is going to frustrate me. I already see this now because it's either clipping inside or it is on... Wait, maybe I can do it and then do it like that. Okay, this works. Does this work? Yeah, it's just slightly more to the middle, but that's okay. it's not clipping inside anymore. So all we need to do is do like this last part of the crops ground. So what I think I will do is like I place a sort of a fence here and do a similar gate. So like that. You would get an Udi, but it's 69 after the discount. But I got a floor length version on Amazon for only $27. Oh, that's nice though. That's really nice. I think I got really lucky because they a while back when I looked, they didn't ship to Europe, and now they opened their Europe store and they had this sort of discount because they shipped to Europe or something. I don't know. And it was only $50, including shipping costs. So that made me sort of decide to buy it anyways. But I totally didn't look on Amazon for an alternative. I tried to look at some local websites. We have sort of a Dutch version of Amazon, which is called bol.com. You really don't have to remember that name ever in your life, by the way, but that's what it's called. And to be fair, the ones that I saw on there looked like shit quality. They looked really, really bad. So I was like, I'm not gonna buy that. I'm not gonna spend, because those were also 35, which is then so close to what I now paid. So that's fine. Maybe now that I see this, I'm thinking, because I put the chickens here in this very awkward corner, but I can also just have the shed here. So this is just for the cows and maybe the llama, or in this, I probably will just have cows. And then we can just place the chickens over here. We can actually have 2 coops. And then maybe place this one over here. Just like that. And just like that. And then we can do the pathway over there, and we can do another fence. I think this is actually, it's not a real fence. It's from Debug, but I might use it because it looks good. See, and then we just have the chickens here. That makes sense. I like that. Let's see. This one, the one we used before. And then on that corner, the awkward corner where I just took out the chicken coop, I think what I will do is I will just add some of these stacks of hay, because that also makes sense. And then maybe I can also do like a small cobble path into this area. I'm really making this up as we go, so it might be a little bit of trial and error here and there, but if you ever want to eat floor length, Amazon has Bedsure long wearable blanket. Ooh, that's nice. I know myself, I am a very cold person. I'm always cold. Like, my colleagues even laugh at that since we started working from home. They said, like, are you still wearing a sweater? It's this and this temperature outside. It's warm. Why aren't you wearing a t-shirt? And I'm still wearing a sweater. I'm always cold. I'm just a sweater person in general. So the hoodie, or the concept of wearing a blanket as a sweater, to me is just perfection. I love that so much. Just like that. I need it to be a little bit darker. Yeah, that's better. Okay. I don't really like the stones. Have you saved? Oh my god, thank you so much. I hadn't. Oh, thank you. Maybe I'll just not do a path. Because it makes sense. They can just walk over there fine. I do want to do some sort of landscaping on that part. No, that doesn't look good there. No, that is also not what I was looking for. This one. This one is better. No. And then maybe... do I want to grab this big one? And then grab this smaller one? That makes sense. Then it doesn't look so out of place or empty. And then I wanted to add those stacks of hay. Like these ones. Like that. No, I didn't want to do that. And then maybe put one up top. Like that. Like that's just the stash that they grab from when they have to refill the smaller ones over here. Okay, and then I wanted to add some terrain paint. The same as I used before, so just to give it that little... Oh no, that's too dark. Like that little worn feeling. And then I might add some grass. Because right now it feels really clean compared to the rest of the build. I just got a notification that I ran out of disk space on my computer. It's probably because I've been recording entire streams. But now I tried to stop my recording in OBS and it just doesn't want to stop recording. So I've accepted that. Hey Triz, welcome back. Welcome back. The love for Alex is real. So happy to see each other again. You've missed each other so much. I think after I finish this area for the chickens, I think I will see who we can raid today. Because I noticed that my cough, like the feeling that I constantly have to cough is getting worse. And I know that is a signal of my body telling me to stop talking for a while. And also, I think my boyfriend will be home in not too long, so I want to be able to say hi to him when he comes home and not be some super antisocial person. Does that look out of place? Yes, that looks out of place. But I believe there are some people online that are super, super nice to raid today. So I will be able to transfer you guys to a nice and cozy place. Yeah, I will feel better, don't worry. I will be okay. It's just this weird cough, and after a while of talking, I just feel the need to cough more, and I don't want to bother you guys with coughing all the time. But next week, on Thursday, I will be streaming again, and I will be continuing with this build. I will finish 100% that time. I will finish the landscaping. I will do this last part where I wanted to do like the farming area for all the crops. And then I will continue on the inside. And actually, I might in between go a little CC shopping so we have some accurate pieces to use on the inside. Because currently I have CC in game, but not many historical items. And I think it would be super nice to do something that matches with the theme on the outside. So, let me quickly see who we can raid today. Who is online? Ooh, okay. I'm hoping that she will stay online for a little while because she has been live for a while. But I recently discovered Lelula. I have to say it right. Her name is Lily, actually. She is one of the cutest beans on the internet I have ever found. She's playing Stardew Valley right now. She is from the UK, but she lives in the Netherlands. So I would love to share you guys with another Dutchie. If I go on a raid, please come with me. You don't have to do anything but to stay in chat. So I will start the raid and you guys can just come along, Share all of the good vibes that you shared with me today, which I really, really, really appreciate. You can share them with her as well. And I will start the raid, and I will see you soon. And thank you for hanging out with me today. I really, really, really appreciate it. Bye, guys.